There's blue sky. Got it on there. Okay, we are a go.
I see it.
Awesome. Yeah, I was just about to give you the link. Cool, cool.
Nice. Agrabah land this time. It's early in the morning here, so I am sure we will have -5 viewers as opposed to our usual 0.
Which is true. We already have -50.
Negative.
I appreciate you laughing at all my horrible jokes, Dave.
I'm glad you appreciate it. I mean, part of it is I'm high, but I also just... There's something about you that I really admire. You have a je ne sais quoi that really speaks to me.
I'm glad you see that, Dave, because I think that is something very few people see. I mean, I'm alright. It's not like I go out of my house and then people, like, gather in a crowd and start booing. But it's like, I don't think people are that excited about me either, right? I've always been the person where, like, I'll go into a crowd of new people, and, like, a couple of people that I don't really like and find very insufferable will try to be my friend, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll pull out for them because they pulled out for me, whatever. But then the people that I actually, like, think are cool and want to hang out with never fucking want to hang out with me, so...
That's really, but you know, that's, you know, I'm actually excited to be able to hang out with you in a like, because in large part because of that, actually.
I appreciate that, Dave. You're like one of the most intelligent people I've ever met on the internet, which is saying a lot because I've met a lot of intelligent people.
I'm glad you think that.
I thought that my chat was going to exclusively be people that I had nothing in common with and like didn't really relate to at all or feel like a sense of social connection with, but you proved all of that wrong. So did Danny and Chell for that matter, but you're like, I mean, you and I really like have a very similar sense of humor and like we really are on the same wavelength that I'm not on with a lot of people.
Yeah, I feel that too. I've felt that like for a long time. I'm glad there's someone who I can actually kind of confide in. A lot of people are just kind of impatient or they don't really have the fortitude to really consider these things. It's a lot. And I'm glad someone takes a similar interest in like the subject or the frame of thought that I do.
I mean, you're kind of like my friend Chris. You and Chris will actually talk about shit, and you'll analyze shit, and you'll think very deeply about things, and you'll come out with stuff that's like an actually unique opinion that isn't just like regurgitating what people were saying on the news last week. It's very refreshing.
Yeah, and I think it's refreshing. It's actually pretty cool that you consider me as a friend on par with Chris. How long have you known Chris, actually?
Since 2014.
Oh, so that's actually a long-term relationship. So I'm really flattered that you consider me on par with like him and Mark, at least.
I feel closer to you than I do to my two current friends with benefits, who I've known. The one I've known for 8 years, and the other I've known for shit, I think 3 years now.
Oh, that's very sweet. I appreciate that.
I talk to them pretty frequently as well. I sometimes game with the one of them. Actually, I should see if I can get Kevin to come in. But yes, if you actually talk to them, you'll see that you and I have a lot more in common. They're cool too, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they seem really cool. Like, I liked talking with Chris. He seems chill.
Chris is
chill.
fucking amazing. He's like my BFF, like my best friend forever. Like, I think out of everybody, he's probably that, but to be honest with you, Dave, you're probably number 2 now. Like, in terms of if something bad happens to me and like I want to talk to someone, the two of you are like the first people that come to mind. I probably wouldn't even bother talking to anybody else. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, I don't really talk about when I'm having a bad day. Like, I might mention a few sentences about it, but I don't go into detail, and I don't really, and even that I like don't do a lot of the time. I like to be very private about that kind of stuff. Not that I care about my privacy, it's not that kind of being private, it's just, it's like, I just don't have the will in me anymore to just blindly talk about crap that I hate and I hate thinking about.
Just paid a visit.
Yeah,
to
that's
the
totally
cave
fair. I'm
of
glad you see me in that light. That really means a
found
lot,
the magic
actually.
carpet.
It means a lot to me that you see me in that way too. I'll have to unmute notifications. I feel like I miss a lot of your messages. You need to understand that my message settings are generally not individual. There are very few people that like piss me off enough that I have to like specifically mute them. It's just I have things globally muted because I just don't like being jarred by messages. Like, I have these problems
too.
with attention, and like if I'm actually doing something I'm supposed to be doing, which it's hard to get my focus like in line, I just can't handle people being in my personal space when I'm trying to do something else.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's totally
Oh
fair.
no,
should be
I mean,
mindful of that.
don't modify your message behavior at all. There's nothing wrong with it. You do not message me too much or anything. There is a guy that knew me from my wilder internet days like 5 years ago, and I never cared for him. He was never a friend. He was always like a fan of mine. And he still sends me messages every 2 days in Discord. I have him muted.
I'll even throw in a cappuccino.
That's funny.
Okay.
It's really funny.
Yes.
I think I'll put that on hold until
So
we
when I
reach
have
out
stuff
to-
muted, it's not because of people like you, it's because I get a fuckload of people like that. I get a lot of DM scams, stuff like that.
Named Jasmine.
Yeah, I understand. I have
She
notifications
never falls
muted
for
too on my phone a lot. I just check more
Yeah,
often for some
even
reason.
I mute my text messages a lot because a lot of my text messages are just appointment reminders.
Come on, let's get going.
I mostly use WhatsApp and messengers, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
And again, it's completely pointless to put Aladdin in your party because you need Donald and Goofy for the Trinities, and Aladdin offers nothing unique.
Huh, it's kind of like the actual movie.
Yeah, actually, literally. That whole movie could have just been Robin Williams as the genie, and nothing would have changed.
Honestly, yeah, it should have just been Robin
It really
Williams
should have been. They should have just made him the main
character.
character. Aladdin just isn't in the movie at all.
Yeah, that would have been the easiest thing to market in the world.
I would have loved that movie. I would have held up too.
Say,
It really would have. It really would have. It would have been amazing. It would have been probably Disney's most successful film. Better than more. It would
It would have
probably
been their
more people-
highest grossing film of all time.
After we help
Yes, it would be Lion King. Absolutely.
Yeah, Lion King was a good one. I remember when that came out. Actually, I remember the very first time I saw it when I was, I think, want to say something like 5 years old. Had to have been about then, maybe like give or take a year. And so I was at my physical or occupational therapist's office. I had finished up all of my work. I had really bad balance problems, so I had to get occupational therapy when I was a toddler. And anyway, so my mom and dad were busy for some reason that day, so I had to stay there for a couple extra hours. So they just shoved me into, I shouldn't say it like that, it was a nice room. They put me into a room just off the side of the main area with a TV, and they're like, oh, this new movie just came out. It's The Lion King. Anyway, so long story short, I got to watch right up to the part where Mufasa dies, and then my mom and dad came, and so they just like shoved me out of the office crying.
that is so funny. That's great. That is great.
I
That's
still
so
remember
great.
that to this day.
How could you forget? That's a core memory.
It is. It's a seminal memory that has deeply informed who I am as a human being.
That really is amazing. I don't even remember what the first time I watched Lion King was. Had to have been pretty early. I mean, I was, I am a quote-unquote baby compared to you, but...
Well,
But
now
yeah, it's
you're
been
not
there.
anymore. AJ's the baby now. He makes you look like an octogenarian.
Very true. That is very true.
Yeah, no, it's really
It's
funny.
kinda
Like
weird.
when we're all together, and I love AJ, he's great. But when we're all together, it's so funny
Yeah.
because it's like I suddenly see you as like a peer in my age. Not that I don't see you as a peer, but like one in my age range.
Yeah. That does kind of shift the dynamic of it. It's really funny.
It is really funny how that one factor changing just changed everything.
Yeah, that really is fun. I love that. That's amazing, though. I mean, it seems kind of natural, actually. Like, it's so weird. Like, I often talk about feeling older that I actually am. And I think part of that is that it's weird, like, it's like I feel like my role at my station in society has changed, because it has. I mean, it's like you see all these people that you were like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like it's aging is weird. It's the weirdest thing. It's the most peculiar phenomenon. That's probably why I am the way I am about this.
Yeah, aging is interesting. Plus, also, you lived in war-torn, you lived in Israel at war. I shouldn't call it war-torn, it's really not. But you lived there during a, like, really tough time in the war. So
Yeah,
I feel like
actually
that in and
interesting.
of itself is like a big coming-of-age thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Like-
Even though it actually kind of feels more incidental than it is. It's like you go into the shelter and people are like, "Okay, cool, let's hang out for a bit."
Right, I saw
But
that,
still-
and I saw some were like, kind of like clubs almost.
Yeah, some people, and there were like Miklat dating apps. There were weddings in the Miklat. It's so funny.
That is absolutely crazy. Yeah, it's amazing. The spirit of Israel is like indomitable.
It is. That's why that's a big reason why I chose to make Aliyah and become a citizen. And at some point, I'd like to return and live there. That'd be really nice.
That would be really nice. Yeah, I guess maybe just, well, don't take advice from me. It's not like I'm great at finding jobs, but maybe just like lining up a job would be all you'd have to do to go back.
Yeah, that's true. But I also want to save some money, so I'd like to work a while here so I can get things going better over there.
Understandable.
So yeah, I don't know how long it'll take. Might take a few years, so I think it's a process worth undertaking. Like,
I agree.
and so but yeah, you are kind of right. I mean, it's still weird to be like in a war zone. It's like just the fact, it's just realizing that you're in a land that's like in a state of conflict. It just feels weird, and we're not used to that here in the U.S.
No, we really are not, to say the least. I can't even imagine having to go into a bomb shelter. For some reason, I thought it was called Mamad. I don't know. I'm sure
Well,
yours
Mamad-
is correct.
it's-
I don't know why I think that.
Well, no, there's actually two kinds. You're right. Actually, there's two kinds. There's the mamad, which is like the protected room in like apartments or houses. Like they're usually on the ground or above ground, and there's the miklat, which is like the underground bomb shelters. We had the miklat, so we went to the underground bomb shelter.
Okay, so it's like, it's basically the style of the bomb shelter.
Yes, it's either in the apartment or it's down in the basement.
Interesting, that makes sense.
We had a mamad in our apartment, but we went down to the miklat with everyone else. So.
Are those safer?
I don't think they're necessarily safer. It's just like, I don't know. It was an instinct to go underground, I guess.
Yeah, that is more than understandable.
Also, they were kind of keeping track of us, so it seemed like we should just go down anyway to not run into problems.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. Plus, I bet there's more people in the public underground ones.
Yeah, absolutely. This is actually a private miklat, so. Well, it is technically open to the public, but only on a few occasions did like people from the outside have to use our miklat.
Like, I literally don't know what we would do here where I live if we were suddenly bombed. Like, I was thinking about that. I was like, where in the US even has bomb shelters? I think we built some during maybe the Cold War or whatever.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I've never heard of a public bomb shelter in the United States. We should probably put some in.
Yeah,
That
it's-
seems like a big oversight.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we're not
although
using
it's-
them now, but ...
That is very funny. But yeah, it was interesting, and I still very much appreciate you and your mom actually being worried about me over there. I
Yeah,
really
we
thought
were
that was
terrified
really-
for you. particularly my mom. She doesn't know quite as many people in Israel. So she's not, you know,
Yeah.
she doesn't have that sense of how survivable these things are. But even I was
That's true.
still nervous for you.
I'm glad you were nervous for me. That really means a lot. That was your support was actually one of the things that made the situation tolerable.
Well, I'm happy to hear I could do something for you like that.
That is very nice. It is really amazing.
Can I
But
can I also point out how frustrating this Agrabah level is? It's very arbitrary.
aren't all these levels arbitrary?
Less so in the later games, but in the very first game, it's brutal. It's a brutal level of arbitrariness.
Yes.
Oh look, this one's open
like
now.
swinging on vines.
God, that was level infinity of arbitrariness. That was horrible.
Yes.
I'm traumatized. I will never be the same again.
Can't believe it. You need to sue the makers. You need to sue Square Enix.
They are going to pay my therapy bills for the PTSD therapy and EMDR I need after that.
Yes, that needs to happen. Justice must be rendered.
And it will be.
It shall be. That's gonna be amazing.
Okay, where the fuck am I supposed to even be going in this dumbass place? They opened up this area when I came back from whatever happened with the carpet.
But I still think it's amazing that Sora's whole thing is just holding a giant key. That's like the strangest thing to me.
I kind of always liked the Keyblade weapon. What was that word we were looking up? It's kitschy or whatever. God damn it.
Yeah, kitschy.
It's his kitschy Keyblade. But yeah, I always thought it was a cool concept. It is very random though, because when you stop to think about it, if you had an actual giant key, outside of its utility of being used kind of similarly to a hammer, which it doesn't have the correct amount of heft to be as lethal, it's just not,
Exactly.
It's not a very good weapon. It only works because of the magic, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's probably
It needs lots of magic to compensate for how this is not the correct shape for a blunt object as a weapon.
Exactly. That is the funniest thing to me. That is just so strange, but I have no idea. It's just, I think the key is just like stuffed to the brim with magic. That's the only reason that it can inflict any damage on anything at all.
I'm so flummoxed. They put up boxes in the places that used to be open. It's so arbitrary. Gonna have to go out a different exit. I guess this one.
Jeez, look how crowded this market is.
It's unbearably crowded. Okay, so I did all this shit. I don't need to do this one again, but where am I going? I could just look up a guide so I don't have any more of these moments, but I refuse to do so because it's Kingdom fucking Hearts. Nobody needs a guide for Kingdom fucking Hearts.
Nice. That's amazing. I really respect that attitude. That's the same attitude that I would adopt.
Damn, I feel like this is where I just was. I'm going to go back to the carpet.
Okay.
This is so arbitrary. Why? Dave, you know how many times I just went through here. Why now?
Yeah. That's so funny.
Your sights a little high, aren't you, boy?
No, I'm not. I had to set them low.
I will not allow you to trouble the princess anymore.
Jasmine!
I'm so sorry, Aladdin.
Sorry, Aladdin. I'm banging Jafar now.
Jasmine, please.
He knows how to use that cane.
One wish left. You're making this really
Yeah.
easy, you know?
So
That is
sorry,
very
boy.
funny.
I'm
I like
afraid
that a
your
lot.
second wish has been denied.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Al.
Wow, he tried so hard.
And now, I bid you all farewell. Attack!
I still can't believe Gilbert Gottfried died.
Oh yeah, that was just kind of a random death.
It was
That
very random.
sad.
I think he was only in his 60s.
Yeah, it's so sad.
It
though.
is
He had a
sad.
very
That was such an
distinct
iconic
voice.
voice.
It was. Like he actually, like aside from like, obviously accepting Robin Williams, Gilbert Gottfried was probably the funniest thing in that movie.
Yes, he was the other breakout star that I feel like, god damn it, everybody forgets about because he wasn't Robert Williams, but he did a really good job in his role as Iago.
Yeah, he did. It was like a unique energy that Gilbert Gottfried exuded. It was so it was so welcome.
It was, and I feel like that's why, because if you remember that they had subsequent movies after it, I'm pretty sure they made him a main good character simply because of how good he was at the role. Because he was originally like some fuck-ass villain.
Yeah, you're right. Like, you're actually correct. Like, I have never seen the sequels, but I know what they're about.
They're not terrible, actually. They're not as good as the original, but...
Yeah. Apparently the third one is, like, the better sequel, as opposed to the second one.
Yeah, I could see that. The original sequel, the second one, the best way I can describe it is it feels like it's all of the outtake scenes that they were sort of conceptualizing in the first movie, but never found a place for.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, actually. But the third one it's weird. Like, it feels different. The second one, Robin Williams actually does not appear as the genie. He's played by Dan Castellaneta, who's a great talent, but so much of the genie was just Robin Williams doing his improv.
It absolutely was, and it shows in the second movie. The second movie feels like a prototype.
Yeah, but the third movie, Robin Williams does return as the genie.
The third movie is definitely the better one. It has this completely new concept. It goes to a completely new area, which it actually had some really beautiful visuals, like with the Lake of Gold that turned everything it touched into gold. It was actually a beautiful scene.
I mean, yeah, I've seen clips of it. It actually looks really pretty for a production of, its value. It's not going to be like cinematic animation, but for what it is, it actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, it is actually a really good Disney sequel as far as they go. Because a lot of them can be very terrible. Oh my god. I think the worst Disney sequel I ever saw was the Hunchback of Notre Dame sequel.
Oh my god, that is a bad one.
Have you seen it? I didn't believe it. Like, I watched it, and then by the time I got to the end, I was like, I didn't believe it was possible to fuck up a sequel that much.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've watched it. It's such a disappointment. Like, the first one, I'm actually a big fan of the first one. I am
such a fan of the first one. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. I thought it was so well done.
Oh my god!
Least of which being they somehow found a child-friendly way to introduce a rapist villain. Like, they were able to use age-appropriate metaphors and stuff.
How the fuck was that movie still rated G?
I know! It was a really deep movie.
It was, and you know what's really ironic is that in terms of like the two Hunchback of Notre Dame adaptations that people know, like there was one in the 30s that got pretty iconic, and then there was the Disney movie. Out of the two, the Disney movie is actually the darker one because the original one came out at a time when you kind of had to abide by the Hays Code.
Right. Yeah, and that's like the craziest thing about it. Every now and then, Disney gets off a pretty impressive, technical, well, not exactly technical, but narrative feat with their movies.
Yeah, like it's a really impressive movie. I think a lot of people just kind of ignore it, and that's really a shame because it is a very well done movie.
Contrast with Frozen, which is just a completely vapid movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh my god, why do people say that movie?
I have no idea. First of all, the music in it was garbage. Second of all, the characters were garbage. Everything about it was just like generic garbage.
Yeah, it was kind of, I mean, I don't think it was terrible, but I also don't think it was anything great. Like, I think it's a decent enough movie if you're not really demanding, but if you're like a super demanding viewer that is like looking for something timeless or new, you're not gonna really find that in Frozen.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I'm so glad that someone out there also sees just how,
it was such a vapid movie, and the entire conceit of it
was.
it was supposed to subvert the whole
Oh my God,
Prince
yes.
Charming thing,
Yes.
and it was supposed to be, oh, they're
Yes.
sisters or BFFs or whatever, and it's they didn't earn it though. Like,
No, they didn't.
they had
Like,
no
you're-
chemistry as friends whatsoever.
To the desert. Come on, let's move.
Exactly. It's so weird. Like it's like that really pisses me off too about that movie. You're absolutely right about that. And the weirdest thing is that it's not even the first Disney movie to subvert tropes.
No,
Like,
it's not. Plus, didn't they
Enchanted
still
did
make
that
the
in
one sister?
2007.
The one sister still fell in love with like the reindeer guy anyway, too. So they didn't even really subvert the trope to begin with.
Exactly. Except the princess falls in love with the chud instead of a prince.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, this is such a lame attempt, because it's very clear from how they wrote it, we're supposed to be very impressed and think they're very clever for doing that, and it's like, no, you weren't, though. You were very heavy-handed,
Yeah, exactly.
and this was clearly like a thing you tacked on.
Exactly. Like I just think that you're totally right. I think the problem with this, like, this movie is that it is kind of conceited. It's treating these, like, the subversion of tropes like it's the first film to do it when it absolutely is not. Like, there have been subversive fairy tale movies since the late 90s, like Ever After, I think, came out in 98, and that was apparently a different take on the Cinderella story that was pretty good. So it's really weird to see this movie be like, oh, we're actually so important, and we're doing it for the first time. This is the first time anyone ever has done this. Like, no, it's
Right,
not. Get
and it's
over
like,
yourself.
no, it's not. You yourselves do this kind of crap already. It's like, come on, be for real.
Exactly, like, Enchanted did that in 2007. I actually think it's kind of a charming movie. I think people kind of, like, think it's a little, I don't know, a little corny, I guess, and yeah, it does kind of get heavy-handed.
I'm trying to
in the,
remember which one Enchanted was. I don't think I saw it. What happens in Enchanted?
It's like a girl from, like, an animated world comes to
That's
New
right!
York City.
Oh my god, thank you so much, Dave. I've been trying to figure out what the title of that movie was for years. I kind of liked that one. I thought it was cute.
It is cute. That's really the best part about it, is that it's just cute. It's a fun
Yes,
movie.
it's
a fun
fun.
movie. And it, you know, it's not like, I mean, the climax is like the only part where they really just say, oh, look, we're subverting tropes. Can't you see we're subverting tropes? Like when Susan Sarandon's character turns into a dragon for the climax and steals the guy, you see a narration from Susan Sarandon. Like, he didn't need to put that in. I think if without the narration, that scene with Giselle just, like, saving this guy that she likes, not even a prince, he's just a normal dude. Like, just keep the scene as it is without the narration. I think it would have worked really well.
It would have. I don't remember the narration, but I remember the scene and the fight that you're talking about. You're right, that needed no fucking explanation. You didn't need some exposition there. It's very obvious what's happening. There is no ambiguity.
Exactly. Like, it's so weird. It feels like it kind of nerfs what could have been a really good
Yes.
scene. Like, a really
I agree with you.
Like, and
My thing about Enchanted was I overall liked the movie. I just kept feeling like
Yeah.
they could have fleshed it out slightly more and had an amazing film.
Oh, I agree. Like, I like Enchanted for what it is. Like, I really have no saying I enjoy it, right? But I do agree with you. Like, it's a clever concept, and it was done in a clever way with a clever style. If they fleshed it out more, it really could have been something really great.
I agree. I completely agree.
But whatever you do, don't watch the sequel that came out a couple years ago.
Shit, I didn't even know that had a sequel. That is not a movie that
Yeah.
needed a sequel.
No, it's not. It's really not. It does not need a sequel. It was the most unnecessary sequel of all time. It was It was like released during COVID, I think, and
That
it
is
was
so
directed
random.
and it was directed by the guy who also directed the Hairspray 2007 musical movie.
Oh my god, that was such a bad movie. Wait, is there a third person in here?
Yeah, there's AJ.
Oh, hey AJ, what's
Hi,
up?
everyone.
I'm glad that you also
No.
don't like the Hairspray movie. That was such a horrible musical.
It really was.
It might be one of the worst
It's so
musicals ever
weird.
made.
It's
Yeah.
like, I'm a fan of John Waters.
Me
His
too,
original
me too.
Hairspray was actually really clever.
Mhm. Same. That was the best version. I don't know what the fuck. I hate the 2007 version. I hate it.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
It's so weird. Like, it's the worst fucking thing about the Adam Shankman Hairspray movie is that it's not even the full musical. Like, they take out some numbers, they change dialogue, they change plot elements. It's like a nerfed version of of like a milquetoast musical. That's the worst thing.
You can't cut songs and lines out of musicals. They're important to the musical.
Yes,
What?
absolutely.
The musical for a reason.
Exactly. It's the saddest fucking thing. And guess what? In like 2021 or whatever the fuck it was, they entrusted that fucking bozo with the task of directing the most unnecessary sequel to ever exist, Disenchanted, the second Enchanted movie.
They made a sequel to Disenchanted?
No, Disenchanted is the sequel.
Oh. Wait. That may be confusing titles.
That is the weirdest thing. It was the most unnecessary sequel, and it showed. Like, it was just so fucking. Okay. The weirdest fucking thing about that movie is that there were just so many heavy-handed references to like Disney nostalgia. Like, there was like a scene during
that.
Yeah, like it's so unnecessary in any event. Like, there's like a musical number where you have like Morgan the daughter just dancing around in like the medieval market or whatever it is, and there's like a pose that she strikes, like she crawls on something as if crawling on a rock. And then behind her is the most random splash of water behind her. That's basically the symbol from, like, the Little Mermaid's Part of Your World, like, reprise. Like, when Ariel's on the rock and she belts out.
Part of...
That's the saddest thing to me. Like, the movie is just full of that.
I'm so glad I didn't see it.
You should be glad you didn't see it. It's just a sad fucking movie. And sequels often destroy the legacy of the original. I don't think it really made Enchanted look worse in my eyes just by association, because it is a charming enough movie where I can forgive like a super unnecessary sequel, but sometimes an original film's legacy can indeed be ruined by bad sequels.
Yeah, it's like the Hunchback of Notre Dame over again. I wouldn't say it ruined the legacy of it, because nobody fucking saw it, first of all, but it's like, you can take amazing source material and even be the same company working with it, and then completely make a horrible abomination.
Yeah, that's totally true. Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. Oh my god, I forgot I was talking about
It's so bad. The Mulan sequels were also very bad.
Mulan 2 was just bad. Mulan 2 was terrible. But Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 honestly kind of felt like the biggest insult, because I'm such a big fan of the first Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think it's a severely underrated Disney film.
I agree.
It's actually legitimately funny. It's so funny, but the sequel is just so terrible, and the worst part of it is they had like the original cast return. Like, you still have like fucking Tom Hulse and Demi Moore and Kevin Kline, and you had Haley Joel Osment, who was very talented. You had such a talented cast, and yet you had them in like a super terrible sequel that was like written probably in like a day. That was so fucking depressing.
It was such a bad plot, and it was clearly just like some setup to give Quasimodo a girlfriend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They marketed that heavily in like the trailers that they would have on like video cassettes. Like there's like the teaser is like Jennifer Love Hewitt who voices like the love interest. It's the funniest thing. When you watch the trailer, it really talks about like it being a love story and dreams come true, and oh, Quasimodo's gonna finally get laid.
Gonna finally
fuck. Funniest fucking thing. Like, yeah, Quasimodo finally gets to fuck. That was the only good scene in the movie, was the Quasimodo sex scene.
There's a Quasimodo sex scene?
No, it's a joke.
That would have been hysterical if they did, though.
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
That would have been funny. They should have.
It really would have been.
But yeah, from what I vaguely remember, and I have probably traumatic amnesia for how bad that movie was, They basically, the whole plot is they're just setting up for a festival, and then he like hits it off with some chick, and that's the whole plot. There's like no stakes.
Yes.
There's no real antagonist. There's
What?
nothing. Nothing is happening.
Well, that's mostly correct. That's mostly correct, except there is a villain. That's the only thing. That's the only caveat is that there is technically a villain, but he's just so
Isn't
weak
he just trying
that
to
it really
ruin
doesn't
the
matter.
festival or something really milquetoast like that?
Well, I think it was more about like the girlfriend, Quasimodo's like friend with benefits. I think the thing is that she's like connected with the villain, like he took her in or something, and all of a sudden, like the relationship between the woman and Quasimodo is causing problems or whatever. I don't remember much of that movie, but from what I remember, that's probably a fairly accurate summary of what the actual deal with the villain is.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That sounds like the kind of thing that would have been in that horrible movie.
Yeah, it is pretty horrible. And it's the worst fucking part, like, it's weird. Excluding the credits, like if you remove the credits from the movie, the film doesn't even last an hour. It's like 59 minutes and however many seconds.
It's not even an hour.
That is
No.
so sad. I didn't even
Oh.
notice that. Thank God. That's why I didn't have a stroke while I was watching it.
I mean, it does suck, so maybe it does feel longer than, like, 59 minutes.
As longest 59 minutes of my life, honestly.
Yeah. I totally agree. That movie is just sad. It's more insulting than the others because, like I said, the first one is legitimately great. It's legitimately brilliant.
Yeah, what
Oh,
is your
but I
guys'
also-
favorite Disney creation in general?
Like, what do you mean,
Rapunzel.
like a
Rapunzel? That was a good
Like a-
one.
Absolutely.
like a-
With it.
I really
amazing.
related
My favorite-
to it because of the, like, they depicted an abusive relationship in it really well.
Very well.
Oh yeah, I need to rewatch Tangled.
That one was really
It's
good.
so good. I would so rewatch it. Like I used to torture my mom. I'd watch it over and over and over and over again.
That's very funny. I
So
like
good.
that a lot. I need to rewatch that. I think I only saw it once, and that was when it first came out. Like I need to watch it again. A lot of people say it was like the last truly great
Yes.
Disney movie.
It was. They came out when I was like a kid, like right around the time I was born. So like I grew up with it. And then like Frozen came out, and then I remember watching it, and then I was like, this is stupid.
Yes.
We were just talking
We
about
were
that.
just talking about how bad Frozen is. And how we
It's
don't
so dumb,
understand
isn't
why
it?
it's so
People-
popular.
I never did either. Like
It's marketable. It's just
It is.
marketable. People, the masses want to see this kind of shit. It's not for people who think. It's for people who consume.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's a good way of putting it. Like, Olaf, I
Absolutely.
think, is one of the dumbest comic relief characters I've ever
Oh.
seen.
Oh my god! Don't fucking get me started on that.
I wish he died.
Me too.
I hate
Oh my
his
god,
voice.
me too. He's so stupid. He should have. Like, he would just
He is.
walk into, like, a pit of fire or something and, like, stand there. Like, he's just an
Yeah.
idiot.
He's dumb.
Yeah, I fucking hate Olaf. That's everything wrong with comic relief these days.
Yeah, because the
Reminds
comic
me-
relief
like-
character is usually, like, either to amuse the kids or amuse the adults. And it's like he amused nobody, though. That's the thing about Olaf.
Exactly. Exactly.
Flynn Rider was a great comic relief. He was funny. The smolder.
I
really
remember
hate- you know what
Mushu
comic-
was pretty good comic relief.
I actually did not like Mushu that much. Like, Eddie Murphy is a funny guy. Like, he does have natural charisma, but I also think a good writing really helps a lot with Eddie Murphy. It's not his fault. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
really
could see
hard
that. It is
for
kind
him
of
to-
jarring seeing Eddie Murphy in the middle of feudal China.
Exactly. It is really weird. That is a weird dynamic. I mean, I think it works better in Shrek because that's
Yes,
already
absolutely.
a very weird world.
Like, I don't like
you
Shrek
world that
because
just
I'm just a
embraces it.
hater, but Eddie Murphy was used better in there. Much
You
better.
don't like Shrek?
I don't. And see, the funny thing is, it's like, I haven't seen it since I was like maybe 12. Something about it rubbed me the wrong way when I was a kid, and I really could never even articulate why.
I don't know. I actually think it's pretty brilliant, but that's me.
I love
I,
it.
I'm I can see why some people wouldn't really get on board with it.
Oh yeah,
But
everybody
I think
loves
it's really-
Shrek.
Well, yeah, but you know, I'm not saying that because I'm mindless consumer.
Mindless
I have
consumer of
reasons.
Shrek.
Yes.
Yeah, I think for me there are reasons why I really think it works. Like actual reasons. I hope you trust me on this.
No, I do. Out of all of the movies that I take a hard stand on, I can actually admit that there is something to Shrek that people see in it that's like not bullshit.
Yeah, like that. Like it's fun. It's a very fun movie.
And there's a lot of good
And
adult jokes in it.
It does.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The writing's actually clever, and that's a reason why. And that's a big reason why Eddie Murphy's actually a lot funnier in Shrek than he is in Mulan. Like it's so jarring in Mulan, not just because of like the contrast between Eddie Murphy being a dragon and him, and like Eddie Murphy doing his shtick, and medieval China. That's a little weird, but I also just think the writing wasn't that good for him. Like I think there were there were some laughs, there were some funny jokes, but I think the comedy fell flat in a lot of ways. And there was actually one moment in Mulan where I groaned at a joke, and that never happened to me watching any other Disney movie, like at least in the Renaissance. That is just sad.
That is pretty
That is.
sad.
But I can actually name the exact joke that elicited the groan. It was towards the end of the movie, right when Mulan's about to like prove herself and kill the emperor herself. Like Mushu said, like they're fighting the Huns in the movie, even though it shouldn't be the Huns because that's not the accurate enemy for that period of China's history.
Which is
like
the
period
funniest
of
thing
Mulan.
about that.
It really is. But anyways, the joke that elicited the groan was right before they ride off. Mushu says, "Let's go kick some honey buns," and I was like, "Oh God, that was
I
bad."
groaned at that joke as well, and I saw it in theaters when I was 7. I did not like that one, and I like, as a 7-year-old kid, it's like, okay, I understand the pun he's making here. I didn't use the word pun, but it's like I get what they did there, but it was still dumb.
Yeah, it was really dumb. Like, it's so sad. Like, I think they could have made a Mulan film work. For some reason, I think it's like the most okay Disney movie ever made. There are some elements that work about it. I think Mulan's a good character. I think the score is really good. It's like an excellent blend.
One of the best
between,
scores.
Oh yeah, it's an excellent score. I love its integration of like Eastern Asian instruments and musical styles, and kind of fuses it with like Western theatrical styles. I really love that. I think the score really works, but I think the comedy is really lacking, and that wouldn't be a problem except the movie relies heavily on comedy. The drama,
Yeah, that's like
the
a
drama
core
kind
part
of-
of the writing.
exactly. It's kind of the drama. There is drama, and that's done generally well. But I think if Mulan had a more dramatic focus and was like extended by like half an hour, it could have been really great. But it just feels like it was constrained by like this Disney formula, and we could have had something really brilliant. But what it is, I just think it's an okay movie.
The thing that pisses me off the most about Mulan is how the Emperor at the very end is like, "Oh my God, you're so based. It's so amazing that you saved China. Why don't you join my council?" And then she's like, "Nah, I'm gonna go home and do nothing."
I mean, I think that is how the ballad ends. Like Mulan, the movie Mulan is based on a ballad, like a Chinese ballad from like 1,000 years ago or whatever it was, and it's a really nice little story. And apparently, Hua Mulan has actually kind of taken on some kind of minor like folktale significance in China. So I think you kind of owe it to that kind of figure to kind of portray it in a more like grounded fashion. Like I think it kind of deserves that kind of respect.
But it's still just a ballad. I mean, Disney like makes up stuff with their movies all the time. I mean, what kind of message does that send
That's true.
kids?
Yeah, that's true. And I understand why they did it. I totally understand why they went for a more comedic approach. I just think that it could have been better if it was like more serious.
Yeah,
That's just me,
I
though.
agree with that. Because it was a really serious subject matter as well. Like, people died en masse in that because it did vaguely depict scenes of war. Like, all those people you see on the bridge at the very beginning, they don't show it straight up, but you can readily assume they died.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like a weird fucking tonal whiplash in that movie. That song everyone loves from that movie, Girl Worth Fighting For, even though I think Reflections is a far better song.
It is, I agree.
Everyone loves... But Girl Worth Fighting For is like the Hakuna Matata of the movie, even though it's nowhere near as good as
it's
Hakuna
like one
Matata.
of their worst songs in the whole movie.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I think it is my
song.
least favorite song in the whole movie. I remember rolling my eyes at it and feeling uncomfortable when I watched it as a kid.
Yeah, it's a really stupid song, and the worst part of that song is that right at the end of the song, like when you're going into like the finale of the song, they don't you don't even get the payoff. You just see like a millisecond later just devastation. People are dead.
Yes,
It's
I
so
remember
weird.
that. They're like about to get to some conclusion of like the girls they're fighting for, and then it's like, oh shit, what was his name? The Commander Jang or whatever. It's like, oh shit, his dad's dead. This is his town.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Commander
I
Zhao?
should remember.
I don't know.
If I wasn't high, I'd be able to tell you.
I feel like now
I'm gonna
I'm
look
just
it up
like
because I
remembering
think it'll be
Avatar: The Last Airbender character names.
Aang, that's funny. His name should have been Aang. I'm kidding.
It should have been.
Shang. Yeah, it is Shang. You're right. It was Shang.
That's it, Shang.
Oh, and the villain in that movie is just totally unnecessary. It was so terrible.
They gave him absolutely no personality. All he had was his hawk. They were all essentially the same guy, like the forces.
Yeah, exactly. It was so terrible. Like that.
Which, yeah, that
part is
was
so
really
terrible.
weird. It does not surprise me that this movie is deeply unpopular in Mongolia.
I imagine. But for some reason, like, everyone seems to love it, and I'm like, really? This is the movie you love? Okay. Like, everyone calls it a masterpiece. I'm like, why do you consider it a masterpiece?
Right, it's like when you hold it next to everything else, like The Lion King, for instance, I'm just not 100% sure that it's on that tier.
Oh,
No, it's absolutely not. It's absolutely not. Like, it's so strange. Like, out of all the Renaissance movies, Mulan is like my least favorite. Like I said, it's not terrible. I think it's an okay film, but the other films are better in some way. Even Tarzan is better than Mulan because even though it
I
has
don't know that I'd go
stupid
that far.
films-
I'll still take Mulan over Tarzan.
No. It's so weird. Like there were elements that worked in Tarzan, but there was like the Phil Collins songs. And
Oh
there
my
was,
god,
like,
yes, the Phil Collins music, which did not sound like Disney music. He just did like
No, it
random
didn't.
like a score instead of something that was more musical. Because like Disney movies, it's usually the characters are singing. It's usually something that's like semi-literally part of the events of the movie. His music was just like a background track. It was like elevator music.
Yeah, absolutely, and the climax was really forced. But for some reason, there were some elements that kind of impressed me more than in Mulan. Like in Mulan, everything just felt really okay. There weren't really elements. I mean, that really just I don't know. Like except for Mulan's character and the score, those were actually pretty brilliant. I think there were sections of Tarzan that were actually like entire sections that were actually pretty decent. Like actually deserving of like the scope of a like late 90s Tarzan movie. And for some reason, like that I like Pocahontas better than both Tarzan and Mulan.
I do
Like,
too.
for some reason-
I completely agree
Like,
on
for-
that one. The animation
reason-
in Pocahontas, oh my god, it was absolutely beautiful. The characterization was good, the plot was good.
I agree. It's just a lot of people just seem to hate on it for no reason. Like race relations or whatever it is.
Yeah, they do, even though it depicts like a very difficult time in our history, and it does it in a much
It
more
does.
sympathetic way to the Native Americans, but still.
Absolutely. Like at the time it was considered very
Yeah, and it
like,
really taught history
very-
that was
it was
not
very
being
progressive for its
taught
time.
in elementary schools at the time, because we were basically brushing over what we did to the Native Americans. So it was actually a good thing for like people to see. because it showed what
Yeah,
what happened during colonization, and that we weren't
Yeah.
these like saviors or these like great people who were getting along with everyone with the Thanksgiving type celebrations.
No. Man, I was
Absolutely
still
right.
when I was in preschool, they were still teaching that kind of stuff.
Right, and it just
Right.
whitewashes our history so horribly. And I
It
always
does.
respected Pocahontas for being one of the first like widespread things that did not do that.
Yeah, that's the best part about it. Like it's so weird. Like I think people kind of judge it unfairly against like modern like puritanical
Yes.
standards.
Right,
like,
and it's
not
like-
like saying
People
all
judge
white
movies
people are
and like
evil.
it
It's
came
just-
out now.
Right, and it's like,
Yeah,
does it
like-
get some things wrong? I'm sure it does. Does it handle everything perfectly? I'm sure it doesn't, but it's still a very good introduction for children, regardless.
It is, and it's like it was definitely trying to be progressive. I genuinely think there was an effort to kind of like explore
I'll be
like
right
the
back
plight
real
of the
quick, by
Native
the way.
Americans and actually make them sympathetic characters with human attributes. It's a really strange thing. For 95, that was pretty revolutionary. The cast, a lot of the major Native American roles were actually filled by Native American actors. The voice actors for Pocahontas was Native American. Russell Means voiced her father, the chief, Powhatan, and he actually spoke very highly of the film when it came out. Like he thought it was like a big deal in like Native American portrayals in popular culture, which it was.
Yes, 100%. Like we shouldn't judge movies like to the standards we uphold now to like what's okay, because it wasn't.
Absolutely.
Times change. Like a great example for me, I would say, is I saw a lot of people try to claim that like it was transphobic when actually it was the exact opposite. Thomas Harris came out and said that he was actually trying to write a good book with a transgender character because it was the 70s. Like obviously
God, it's good to
literature at the time.
Get
I mean,
headphones back in.
like yes, I would say like is it a good example of like a trans female character in today's standards? No, but back then, absolutely. Like that was
Yeah, and
revolutionary.
I think it's also kind of pointless to blame a work of art for remaining a work of art and not being
Right.
able to be modified according to modern standards. Like
And it
that's just
shouldn't.
not how art works.
No. Like, would you change To Kill a Mockingbird today's standards? No. That would destroy the whole story. Like,
Exactly.
we should
It's
be
still
able
there.
to like look at
Yeah.
media and understand the power it had then, and look at what's it in right now, and still recognize what great things it did for the time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There's a space for both conversations, but one gets overheard way too fucking much.
I completely
Absolutely.
agree.
That's totally true. I agree as well. It's really sad. It's really sad that people don't really respect art the way they ought to. It's really sad for me.
Yeah,
It
and
is,
they're
me
very
too.
black and white. Something is either the most perfect masterpiece they've ever seen, or it's just bereft of value.
Exactly. I hate that kind of like binary discourse. Art is anything but binary.
Exactly.
Exactly. Art doesn't have any boundaries. Art is art. There is no rules for art.
Exactly.
Exactly. A lot of people lose sight of that. They think that, like, some people hold these insanely puritanical views on what constitutes good art, and I hate that. That's just such a primitive, backwards mindset to have.
Exactly. Like, film should be used to show anything. I don't think there should be any rules to film.
I completely
Honestly, or
agree.
any rules.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how vulgar or disgusting or bad it is. It's still art. It's still someone's way of showing art.
I completely agree with you, and that's why like people even complain about how there's so much art from like teenagers, even kids on the internet, and it's not high art, and it's like, god damn it, like how can you complain about people learning to draw? Like, do you just expect
Right?
people are born
Yeah.
and then they can suddenly just paint masterpieces on day one? That's not how it works.
Like, fuck no. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Same with
it's really
writing.
cool.
Yes,
Like-
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not threatened by the fact that people are not perfect writers, especially in their early attempts. It's still their
Exactly.
imagination, it's still creativity, and I still respect the hell out of
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. A lot of people just lose sight of how powerful people's visions can be and how personal things can be. A lot of people just lose sight of that.
Exactly.
Sad.
I hate when people just adopt such reductive mindsets to art. Like, it's just the worst.
Yes.
I do
thing.
too,
It says a
and I
lot
get tired
about-
of people being like XYZ medium, like modern art usually isn't art, or like digital art made in Photoshop wasn't art. You know, it's like
What?
it's changing media, man. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with exploring different forms of creativity.
I totally agree.
Absolutely. Like, I understand why we say digital art is an art, but performance art is still art. Like,
Absolutely.
Why are we?
Yeah,
Like, what is the difference? I don't get it. It's ridiculous. It never makes sense to
that is
me.
the funniest thing.
I really truly believe a lot of this feelings about like the conservativity about like media and like what's allowed is a lot from the lack of theater. I think honestly, theater has always been a great way to show all that stuff.
I agree.
Very, like Rocky Horror was such a big. It's still an amazing movie.
It still is,
I remember
yes.
people were trying to cancel it,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What the fuck? What is?" Movies, God. I swear, my generation was like fucked.
I'm just glad that hasn't happened to Pink Flamingos, because Pink Flamingos had a super niche audience.
Oh yes, Pink Flamingos is. Oh, I need to watch it. I've heard clips from it, but God, I need
You
to
really
watch it.
should. I think it's one of my favorite movies because it's just such an it's just such an earnest work of art. It's amazing.
Yes, I love John Waters. He's just.
It was also like it also came at like a pretty crucial time in like the gay community in the United
yeah.
States. Like this was like just after the Stonewall riots, like a couple of years. And so queer rights were like becoming like a cause célèbre in like American culture at this time.
Yes.
So this is kind of a watershed like film in a lot of ways.
Absolutely, and it was incredibly moving for the queer community. And I must say,
totally.
I am incredibly disgusted with modern day queer community. It's like they don't understand the
Yes.
history.
Exactly,
ways,
and
yeah.
then it turns into a bunch of infighting where you'll have like people are
was.
biphobic, people are transphobic, all this stuff.
Yeah. Like it's ridiculous. It's it's bad when I know it's bad when someone who's mostly been on the leftist side when I'm agreeing with Republicans a lot of stuff like that's
Yeah,
how
I know what
the
you
lines are
mean.
just blurred.
Post October 7th, I gave conservatives another shot, and I was horrified
Yeah.
at how much they understood better than the leftist
Right?
communities I had been. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, right?
I have been in the. I mean, obviously, you probably guys assume I'm gay. I
Right.
but like, everyone is. I had someone assume like someone asked me like they didn't even ask. They just assumed I was gay, and I was like, well, you're right, but thanks.
Yeah.
Funny.
Nothing wrong with that, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
absolutely.
I mean, have you seen me? Like, I'm a raging. I look like a twink. I'm not gonna lie. I look like a twink.
That's so funny.
Right? I own it though. Like,
Yeah.
I own it. Like,
It's
you
a great
should own it.
aesthetic, honestly.
oh yes,
It is. Like modern emo, that's like good shit.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Exactly. I love third wave. That's my favorite. Love emo music. Emo music is such a great scene. It's a great way to show art too. Like one of my favorite Armor for Sleeps. When I hear it, they have an album called What to Do When You're Dead, and it's such a great concept album about someone who killed themselves and like what they wonder and what they feel afterwards and how they regret it. And the album just goes through the feelings of grief from them being dead.
Absolutely.
And it's just gorgeous. It's really well done. I mean,
That's
also
a really
been
cool
suicidal.
concept. I like that. That's
I do too.
that really gets into
Oh, guys,
some
I'll-
hard psychiatric topics.
Yes, exactly. I love that stuff.
That is really cool.
So this is why I liked Hannibal so much. It's like that, like how well written it was, and like research like Thomas Harris did. He's such an amazing author. Well,
But yeah,
Hannibal.
I love. But yeah, like I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, Pink Flamingos rules. Everyone should watch it. I think it's essential viewing actually.
Yes,
I've never
it
seen
should be.
it.
They should have shown it in schools.
You should watch it.
I
like,
should.
I think some other people here probably wouldn't watch it because it's just too graphic. But if you're willing
That's
to put up with Pink Flamingos, we should watch
I
it.
have never
I'd love to
found a
watch it.
movie that I found too graphic. I think I'm just very desensitized.
No.
I am
Oh, me
too.
too.
Like, I'm so desensitized. It's so insane. I can handle
I've
shit
watched horror
that
movies since I was a
shouldn't be
kid.
able to handle.
I begged my mom.
handle shit that I probably shouldn't be able to handle.
Oh yeah, no, me too. So now I'm like, why am I reading this? Why? How can I?
Exactly. I have such a morbid
Damn.
fascination with some things. It's so strange.
Absolutely, I've always had a morbid fascination with like death and stuff since I was a kid.
Yeah,
Always
me
weirded people
too.
out. I'm like,
So have I.
my God. Death is just so fascinating. I don't understand why death should be something to be feared. It's just so like why?
It's just death
Like,
is
it should've made me-
theatrical. It's like it's the most
Mhm.
like common thing in the human condition. Like everyone dies.
Exactly, they
sometimes
do.
But sometimes the manners in which people die can be so theatrical that it's just fascinating to
It is.
kind of conceptualize just just these manners in which people actually went. I don't know what it is. Like, did I just sound like a psycho now?
No, that made
No, you don't
perfect
sound like-
sense.
That made perfect sense. Yes.
Okay, good. It's so strange, really. I don't know why I think about these things, but I just do.
Oh, I feel the same way. I was talking to my mom, like, I'm sitting in the car, and it's like my mom, like, talking about, I don't know, something about, like, death and how, like, you shouldn't, like, waste your time with life because it's limited, you know? And my mom turned to me and she's like, you're 17, I'm 45, you should not be talking this way. And I was like, you're kind of
It's
right.
so funny.
Right? Like, I'm 17, why am I talking about death? I have, like, at least 50 years to go.
Yeah, it's very funny.
It's the same thing with me, though. I was like that from about the age of 7. I just randomly was overtaken by this, like, sense of awe. Because I just, like, I logically knew I would die one day before that. But it suddenly hit me in this deep emotional and, like, this sense of fascination kind of way.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And there's, like, honestly, I think there's such a beautiful, like, beauty in, like, the decaying of bodies, you know, and, like, death. Like, it's so beautiful the way it gets reclaimed back into the earth.
I completely
You know?
agree. Yeah. Matter truly is never created nor destroyed. And we see that so
Exactly.
acutely with death.
That's a good point, actually. That's a very good point.
Yeah. I like how it ties in, you know, it's like Judaism and stuff, like how we, you know, we believe every Jewish soul was on Sinai, you know, we always, that, like, every Jewish soul will come back, you know, until God said we're done. And I love how that connection.
How
and, like,
about we're doing that.
fascinating. God, I'm such a geek.
Nothing wrong with being a
no,
geek.
yeah,
Geeks are
nothing.
awesome.
Actually, I have something that you guys might think is really cool. My mom got for me. Oh my God.
What?
She got me this medal from the USSR. They were selling these when these 3 people, they were Zionists, and they were 3 of them were arrested because one of them, because they were applying to immigrate to Israel, and the USSR was like, no good.
Oh, refusing.
Yes,
Ah,
them.
yeah.
So they sent them to the gulags. And my mom, I do not know how she got this. Hold on, let me turn myself on my camera.
I actually find a fascination in communist memorabilia too. It's just such a
I love
aesthetic.
it.
It's such a strange aesthetic. Like I absolutely deplore communism as an ideology.
Yeah,
but for
same.
some reason, the aesthetics of communism are just so interesting to me.
Same. I love it. Like, especially North Korea fascinates me the most because it's one of the only, like, really Soviet country left. And it's so
It's not even
isolated.
Soviet anymore. It's Juche. It's its own
Yeah,
weird
it's
thing.
Juche. And it is so fascinating to watch how it develop and how they shook off some of the Soviet stuff to form into their own propaganda. And it's
It's very interesting to me.
hold on, let me try to get more like.
You okay?
Yeah,
That
I
might be
am.
cool.
I started vaping, but I didn't get away with it.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
That's a cool
right? I'm like fascinated. It's from the USSR, and I'm just like, oh, so cool. I love it.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Sorry if we were boring you with that conversation.
No, that's perfectly
Oh, you
fine.
aren't.
I was just checking. I was gonna post that I'm streaming somewhere.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, she's trying to grow her reach, and I love that.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
because
yes,
it's
I'm here.
not like I want to be super famous or anything, but I like it when people chat and stuff. That's always fun.
Yeah, it is
yeah.
fun. And I have stock in it too because I'm basically Elena's co-host here.
Yeah, at this
Yeah.
point, he is.
Well,
This is
hey,
like a
buddy,
great
we're streaming, like,
project.
send me the link. I'll watch. Absolutely.
Gonna post
Yeah, this
it
is
in
like a
the
joint project. It's so funny.
Alright, I'm
Alright.
posting the current stream. Oh, it's already in there, actually. I can delete
Sweet.
that. Yeah, the old one should be... Oh, wait, no, that won't go to my main YouTube channel.
Fortunately, guys, I do have to go, but I'd love to chat with you guys later.
Oh, okay, that would be
Oh,
great.
nice.
Yes.
Me.
Take care.
Bye. You
See
too.
you, AJ.
See ya.
That was very fun.
That was fun. I am going to post that in self-promo, though. Let's see.
Nice. Oh, and I just added to your like what you posted in the Twitter group. I said I'm there.
Awesome. I got that there. Let's see what else I can...
Oh, that is a really cool thumbnail.
Thanks. Glad you like it.
It just goes so hard. It reminds me of like 2010s like aesthetic or like 2009. I love it. It's amazing.
Yeah, I love
That is
that
not-
kind of aesthetic.
Yeah, like a lot of people say that kind of thing as like a pejorative. This is not a pejorative. I legitimately love that kind of style.
I do too. I like that.
And yeah, and I love the friends with a Z. That's really fun too. That's like same era.
I try to be funsies. Let's
It's
see,
really
where
cool,
else
though. I
should
really
post
love
this. Yeah, I guess where I have it now will have to do.
Yeah.
So, it turns out I was wrong when I kept bitching about how Aladdin is worthless. I guess in here, and I forgot about this, there's a scene where you need him because he'll jump on the carpet and knock something down for you. They really just
first
wanted to
useful
fuck
thing.
with me like that.
The first useful thing he's ever done.
The only useful thing I think any of these characters ever do. These gimmick characters.
Exactly. Although I guess Aladdin does kind of pull a smart move at the end of the movie, so I guess this is the second like actually helpful thing he's ever
The
done.
second time Aladdin was ever helpful in his
Yeah.
whole life.
Exactly.
Interesting. Does it let me go up there? That looks so
That,
funny.
that voice cast though, like the voices for like Jasmine and Aladdin, that was like the most 90s thing of all time.
Who did voice them? I just realized I don't know.
I think I know their names, but I want to make sure that I do. Because I remember them for some reason. Okay, so Scott Weinger was the voice of Aladdin. He was on Full House at that time.
That is a really random casting choice.
It is. He played Steve Hale. I've never watched Full House, so I wouldn't know who that is.
I've never watched
And-
Full House either.
And Linda Larkin was Jasmine, and that was like her first real role, except in one like direct-to-video movie called Zapped Again, which I've literally never heard of. But her first theatrical role was Jasmine as Aladdin, so she was just kind of she was just starting out as like a career voice actress, I guess.
Huh. Wow. She hit the big time with that role.
It really did. Like, I actually think that Aladdin's kind of like a turning point in like voice casting, because until that point, you didn't really see that many celebrities like make like appearances in these animated films. Like, technically Ferngully was like the first film to kind of do that, but like, you know, like cast like a big modern celebrity to be in a role. But that's only because it came out earlier than Aladdin, which I think both were released the same year. But Aladdin was obviously the more popular film, so I think the thing with that is that it kind of gave way to like this modern trend where every role in an animated movie these days seems to be voiced by a celebrity, which I think is like, it does like career voice actors a disservice, because career voice actors, there is a lot of utility for them.
I agree. I completely agree.
Like, we have a kind of career voice actor in our server, so that's kind of cool.
Who?
Hamea.
Oh yeah, you're right, Kamea. She is. That is really freaking cool. Yeah, she doesn't come around a lot, unfortunately. We should tag her more often.
Yeah, she's busy. She's busy. She did comment on a recent Twitter post of mine, though, so that was pretty cool.
I think she probably would have liked my other server more.
Maybe. Oh, Sora's actually doing shit now. Sorry, I'm kind of lost in my current
Oh,
state
that's
of
okay. This
consciousness.
is the worst part of Agrabah. Is this stupid fucking... It's even more arbitrary than the Agrabah market. As you know, I
Seems
hate
that
things
way.
that are arbitrary.
Seems like this game is just a paragon of arbitrariness.
It's an exemplar of the very essence of arbitrary.
Yes, exactly. You put it better than I did. These don't even look like Aladdin enemies. Like, these enemies just look out of place.
I know. I love how they made these and they're like, yes, this is totally in keeping with the theme of Aladdin. It's like, is it though?
Exactly.
Shit,
Yeah,
I'm
I guess
about to
Square
die.
Enix being Square Enix for that.
Yeah, they do things like that sometimes. I need to start using
I mean, it's so
pure...
stupid. Like, the main character of this Disney video game looks like he belongs in Final Fantasy.
Well, that's the whole conceit of it. It's supposed to be like a Final Fantasy Disney crossover. They have a bunch of Final Fantasy characters in this, but with alternate names. Like Cloud
Yeah.
is in it. A bunch of others.
Oh, interesting.
Sephiroth is in
I hope
it.
I hope Cloud still has his big ass sword.
Naturally. He does. It hits for a
Nice,
lot of
that's really
damage.
cool. Nice. That has to be the best fucking thing. I love that. I love that weapon. It's so cool.
It is a pretty neat weapon. What's this?
That's the funniest thing.
I hated that YouTube now asks me if I want to take a break. It's like, no, YouTube, I do not. I cannot think of something I want to do less right now.
How do you enjoy this?
It is pretty nice. I like it. Wait, was that the whole thing? God damn it. You're about to see the arbitrariness. It has started. I am not going to look up a guide, so you're just going to watch me very slowly divine how I'm supposed to get through this area.
Nice. That's gonna be fun, though. To watch, at least, I think.
Ah, this is what I remember. There's stuff over here. This guy's pissing me off.
Naturally, this guy's just... I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of blown away by this whole thing, actually. Just how arbitrary it is and just how weird this whole thing feels. Like, it's not... It's still compelling because of those flaws. Like, its flaws are its strengths, I think.
Well, I mean, this is just a very typical early PlayStation 2 era game.
Yeah.
The
like,
Final Fantasy
well,
had a lot of
fun.
flaws as well that people like to gloss over when they talk about how it was the greatest game of all time.
Yeah, like, I understand, and there's a place for it. It was kind of like a weird period of transition in video games, so I understand why, you know, these are not necessarily the highest quality, but like I said, I think there is a place for them in like, popular culture.
I think they're still fun. It has good gameplay, but it's not like this is going to be the best dialogue or cutscenes ever. And
Yeah.
You have to deal with a lot of horrible, like, early 3D gaming issues, like camera problems and stuff, but it does legitimately have a good combat system and a good gameplay style, aside from any time they try to make you platform.
Yeah. Like, it seems that way, like the combat
The
actually
combat
looks
is
pretty
actually really fun. That's the selling point of this whole game. Okay, I need to get
Really
over
cool.
to the other side of this room somehow. and not do that. I'm trying to remember how you get over there. I also feel like I missed something in the treasure room because I ended up getting turned around and going out the room the like hallway I came through.
Yeah.
It's this thing.
This is such an interesting concept for this video game, this Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I like the idea that this is basically Square Enix's personal fan fiction. I think that's great.
Yeah,
I really think that there's a lot of room for more fan fiction because that's basically what crossover is, right? It's fan fiction.
Yeah, it's officially licensed fan fiction. It's like the Sonic Underground of video games.
Exactly. Real
That
talk, I
show
think
never
Sonic
ceases to
Underground, was it a good show? Probably not objectively, but was it the best Sonic show that they made? Yes.
Yeah, it was a lot of it. It was just so weird. It was such interesting, bold concept. Like, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is cute, but it's like kind of just normal slapstick. Sad AM is like probably, I think it's like a more direct adaptation of like the Archie comics that were kind of popular back in the day, but Sonic Underground was really its own thing. Like, it really just turned the whole universe like aside and just created its own alternate universe where Sonic has two siblings and they got separated at birth because the queen is like cursed or something, and they all have magical instruments and they unite and they fight Robotnik, who has two wolves for minions. It's such a strange concept.
It is a strange concept, but it's probably one of the most creative and genuinely engaging works Sega has ever made, or like been associated with. I shouldn't say they made it.
Well, it's Deke. I think it's Deke that made it.
Who's Deke? Oh, Deke.
That's like the anime. That's like Deke. D-I-C.
Oh, Dick.
Yeah, Dick. It's the best thing Dick ever made. I mean, that was like the production company for all the Sonic cartoons, actually. And they're actually pretty prolific. But the funniest thing is that they're Canadian. They're French-Canadian.
That is really random. Oh yeah, I remember DIC. They would show up at the end of like, you know, at the end of the credits as like the publisher or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and those were the people that did Sonic Underground. But it is really a good fan fiction. Like, it's kind of funny that out of all the series, that's the only one in which Knuckles appears, like, at all.
You know, I never noticed that. You're right.
It's really funny, and there's no Tails in it either. It's just Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic's, like, two siblings. It's really funny.
Right, and then you never see Manic or Sonia again after that.
Yeah, I mean, they were just casualties of being fanfiction characters. Oh my god, did you ever notice that all the hedgehogs, including Sonia, were voiced by fucking Urkel, Jaleel White?
I did not notice that. That is funny as fuck. You're right, I remember seeing that. I didn't know that that was Urkel.
It was, all of them are Urkel, like Sonic and all the cartoons was Urkel, but they had Urkel do a fucking girl voice to voice Sonia in Sonic Underground.
That is absolutely hysterical.
It really is. It's so strange, and you know what? I respect it for being strange. Like, that's the kind of strangeness that I just respect no matter what, because it's just so earnest, and it's so confident in what it is. It's justifiably confident because it's not like it's doing something that's been done a million times and saying it's the first time. There's really nothing like Sonic Underground, and I appreciate that it embraces what it is instead of apologizing for what it is.
I completely agree. I really appreciate it for that as well.
I mean, the theme song is also catchy as hell.
Sonic Underground.
Underground. Sonic Underground. They
made a vow.
they made a vow.
Their mother will be found. Sonic Underground! Yeah. That
That's
was
amazing.
an absolutely amazing intro theme. I agree. It's right up there with the DuckTales intro.
Oh yeah. I just love how they're so amazing. So, I just love how, for people who know what Sonic Underground is, like, we all kind of identify it as in a similar way.
Yeah,
Just
we do.
that.
It's what's that stupid word I keep referencing? It's kitschy.
Kitschy. And it's kitsch that knows what it is and has fun being what it is.
Yes,
That's
that's
really
the
great.
most important part of it all.
Yeah, it believes the fantasy. It's really just. I don't know how to put it. Like, I need to watch more of it. I may have watched like 1 or 2 episodes, but I need to watch more. I really thought what I saw was just so like charmingly surreal that I just kind of got on board with it.
Same. I actually started rewatching it recently, but then I stopped when I found out they never finished it. That just bums me out so much.
Oh my god, exactly. They really
Well,
the
okay,
mother should
so
have been found.
technically, they did sort of finish it. They just didn't do it in the... they did that thing where the cartoon stopped, so they finished it in a comic.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Really interesting to me. I actually didn't know it had a finale comic. I might have heard about it, but I would have forgotten.
I accidentally opened the path to the boss room, by the way.
How funny.
It was that stupid pillar. It made it seem like... I don't know. I apparently was supposed to attack it the whole time.
Show me the keyhole.
That's very funny.
Show me the asshole, Genie.
Oh, that is just bullshit. Okay, so I looked up the whole Sonic Underground comic thing. There was supposed to be a planned epilogue, but it didn't really come to fruition. It's for the most bullshit reason of all time.
Why? What happened?
So it was like supposed to be an issue of Sonic Universe, that comic that I don't even remember exists. Like I'm not even into comic books. But
I'm not either.
Out of all the comic books, Sonic Universe is like the one that I remember the least, because it just seems, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it has the charm of like the Archie or Fleetway comics.
Right, which
it's
Archie
interesting.
had a lot of charm in particular.
Yeah, and so apparently, it was going to be the 50th issue of the Sonic Universe. It was going to be an actual epilogue to the story. Like, they were actually going to complete it in some official capacity. And Ian Flynn, he's like a veteran. He was a veteran of the old Archie comics. He was slated to write that story. But what happened is that Sega said, you know what? You can't do Sonic Underground. We're not going to acknowledge it exists. So you're doing Metal Sonic instead.
That is so stupid.
It is. It's so terrible. I
But
hate
that sounds about
That is
right.
like
That's how it always is, isn't it?
It is, and that's like the one Achilles heel with like Sega, is that they forbid like the developers of games to really like have fun with like characters or whatever. Like it's a big reason why I think Sonic games have kind of gotten worse as time has progressed. Like it
I
feels
agree.
like they're trying to corporatize something that really shouldn't be corporatized.
Well, that's the thing also, is that their three-dimensional games try to be the most generic platformer of all time. Like, Sonic the Hedgehog is kitschy. He's got weird furries, half of them are robots, there's like weird 90s aesthetic neon crap everywhere. That's Sonic. But you look at Sonic games today, and it's like, oh, he's going through a perfectly normal, high-res green field. It's not Green Hill Zone with the weird, like, neon
No, it's not.
aesthetic and the, like, abstract shapes everywhere. It's just a fucking green hill that I can go walk on if I go to the end of my street to the park. Nobody
Exactly.
wants that in Sonic. That's not Sonic.
No, it's not. It's the saddest
Nobody
thing.
wants an
Like,
HD realistic landscape. They want some cartoonish neon retro 90s thing that looks unique and like its own universe.
Exactly. Although I think Sonic actually reached its apex when it went like full 2000s in Sonic Adventure 2.
I agree. You also have to have butt rock done by weirdly famous people like Green Day.
Exactly. It's the funniest thing. Like,
and that was the soundtrack.
God.
They didn't like translate it to Japanese, right? Because I didn't pay attention to that. I think it's just fucking Green Day, regardless of if it was the Japan or US release.
Yeah, I think all the songs actually were kind of in English in the adventure games.
That's the funniest thing. But like, it didn't matter. It didn't matter what they were saying. It was the fucking buttest rock of all butt rock, and it was amazing.
Absolutely, it's amazing. I hope this has a... Yes, Crush 40! Fuck yeah,
Crush
Live and Learn,
40,
that's an
yes.
awesome song.
Live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
That's amazing.
That song lives delightfully rent-free in my head. Like, this is a true treasure that I cherish, that will sometimes just go off in my mind every so often.
Exactly. That's really just... Honestly, that's most Sonic music, honestly, but especially games like Sonic R and Sonic Adventure 2 that have really cool, amazing
and of course,
soundtrack.
Sonic R. We have not seen a return to Sonic R style music in years.
Oh, no, we haven't. That was such an interesting style for a Sonic game, and I think it weirdly kind of works. It's so surreal.
It totally worked.
Absolutely. It's just, these are iconic songs. Like, I just love how we just so deeply relate to Living in the City. That's a great song.
It's one of the best songs ever made, Dave. That's why we love it.
Exactly. It's just so amazing. I relate to that song so deeply.
I do too. Living in the city,
Amazing.
you know, you have to survive. You've got to keep that dream alive. Where everything is free. Can't you see? Whoa, in the city. Yes, it's so good.
It is good. God, I just love all the songs in that soundtrack, man.
Dude.
That's nothing but big.
Why don't we do Discord karaoke? I bet we could get at least a couple people to want to do it.
That'd be really cool, actually.
That would be funny as fuck, and we can karaoke the Sonic R soundtrack.
Yeah, we need to do that. That needs to be us.
I'm looking forward to when we
idea.
finally get that event on the road.
Yes. That would be amazing. That would just be, like, apocalyptically good. I don't think people would be ready for it. Their brains would melt.
But that's okay. It's worth it.
Yes, it's worth
Still
the
worth
brain
it.
melting.
Still worth it.
Absolutely. It's so sad. Like, a lot of people malign that soundtrack, but I think it's just
Who are
such
these
a
evil
cool-
people that malign
Yeah.
the soundtrack?
No fun is allowed. You can only be miserable. There's literally, oh my god, there's like a whole section on the Sonic R Wikipedia page that is just on, like, the main page, that's, like, all about the music, and in that section is a clip from Supersonic Racing. This is so cool.
Supersonic Racing is another banger.
It
Everybody's
is.
supersonic racing. Gotta put your feet right on the
Right
ground.
on the ground.
When you're
And you're
supersonic racing,
supersonic racing.
there's no time to
There's
look
no time to
around.
look around. I love that.
So good, so good.
It's, oh my god, this is just so funny. Okay, so this is how the person singing these songs was T.J. Davis, Teresa Jane Davis. I don't even know if
Who the
if
fuck
she's
is
really-
that? We need to make her famous. Is she still alive?
She is.
We're gonna force her into
there's-
a music career where she makes more Sonic music.
She did appear in the Sonic Symphony World Tour, but she really should be famous. Like, I think
She
could
should
be an
be.
excellent, like, outsider artist, kind of like Wing in a way.
I've never even heard of Wing. We'll make her more famous than Wing. She'll be someone I've actually heard of. We'll make her as
Yeah,
famous as
Wing is-
Ringo Starr and the Beatles.
Yes, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Like an outsider artist, like gaining that kind of
20
fame
years
and
after
prestige.
she sang the Sonic R soundtrack, her fans
Yeah.
came back and remembered her.
Exactly. It's really funny.
Then we made her the most famous musician to ever exist.
Exactly. TJ Davis, everyone will know her name in like 30 years.
Yes. It's like, you know
But
how
this is
so
so
many of
cool.
those artists like Picasso were not famous in their time, but hundreds of
Yeah.
years later, now everybody knows that that's going to be her.
Yes, that's going to be TJ Davis.
Not
She's going to be one of
appreciated
those
in
hidden
her
legends.
time, but eventually acknowledged. Like, she's going to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and everything.
Yes, and Sonic R, Sonic R tracks will just be played on the radio without context.
Yes. When you enter Cleveland,
good.
it'll say home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the original place to recognize Sonic R soundtrack.
Yes, that'll make Cleveland an amazing city.
It
by
will.
itself.
And then Cleveland will rise up to become one of America's best cities.
Yes, because TJ Davis managed to exist.
The Sonic R soundtrack will just be played on loudspeakers 24/7 in Cleveland.
Yes, and it'll be like played all the time at like Cleveland Guardians games or whatever. Like you go out, every single song that ever plays on like the loudspeakers will be like Sonic R songs. It'll be everywhere on the radios, at sporting events, at concerts, at clubs. Clubs will be the clubs will
Clubs will
display
be,
Sonic
yeah.
R.
They won't have any other music except the Sonic R soundtrack.
Exactly. But what I'm looking at is I really think it's really heartwarming to see that Yuji Naka actually really tasking TJ Davis with singing all the songs.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. Here it is. Work on the soundtrack began in March 1997 when Richard Jacques of Sega Europe traveled to Japan to meet with Sonic creator Yuji Naka to discuss the musical approach to take for the game. The first song written was Supersonic Racing, which would be used for the game's reveal in June at E3. British singer TJ Davis provided the vocals for the song, which Naka liked so much that he requested that she be featured in all the game's songs. Jacques wrote all the lyrics for the songs with the intention that they would complement the on-screen action, but still be appealing to someone who had never played the game. Tracks were recorded and programmed at Sega Digital Studios. Jacques stated that this task was amongst the most difficult in his career because the lyrics needed to really mean something. That's really cool.
I love that made this very difficult for him. Like, he had never made music that had a deeper meaning before.
Exactly.
He's like, lyrics
really
have to
wonderful.
mean something? What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
It is really funny, but it does warm my heart that Yuji Naka himself personally approved of TJ Davis.
Me too.
And
It's definitely deserved.
it is like the soundtrack wouldn't be what it is without TJ Davis.
It would
really
be
wouldn't.
completely irrelevant. Like, it would just be some stupid bullshit nobody remembers now.
Yeah. But she had such a great distinctive voice and delivery that was just so earnest, and it felt almost theatrical. It was just such an amazing it was just so amazing to listen to. It's so amazing.
I agree. Like, I unironically listen to that music.
You should. It's amazing music. Nothing wrong with liking good music.
True.
It's like probably some of the best stuff the late 90s has to offer.
That is a really good way of putting it. I was not a big fan of 90s pop music. That was probably one of my least favorite decades. The 2020s being one of the only decades that's worse than that.
Yeah.
I can't name a single song from this decade that I like. We were talking about that the other day. That still floors me. I need to make an effort to try to find anything that I like from this decade.
Yeah. Well, save for Sonic R, because those are all classics.
Of course, well, Sonic R is from every decade. Best song of every
Yes.
decade.
Okay, Jafar.
Yes.
Back to your lamp.
But it was a 90s thing. That was really cool. That's actually a great soundtrack. But the coolest thing is that the album cover, it's like the album cover came out in like 98, And I think this was like after Sonic's Adventure look was revealed. So on the Sonic R soundtrack, like if you buy the CD, it'll actually depict like modern Sonic on it because they had just changed his design, even though that design does not appear in Sonic R. Sorry, that was probably very boring.
No,
but...
that was not boring. I actually really like that. I was just caught off guard by looking at my vape juice and seeing that I've already, like, gotten through most of it. This is a 2-gram live resin cart. Yeah, see, the problem is I went from my gravity bong to a live resin vape, and live resin's pretty strong, but you wanna know what's stronger? Fucking gravity bong. Oh my god, that shit's good. So I think I'm just gonna go back to pure flower, like, fuck this. But so I've been hitting this, like, oh my god, why am I not high? It's like, it's because I jacked up my tolerance with the gravity bong. I know what it is.
Yeah, that happens.
It does.
I'm enjoying the edibles I'm on right now.
Weed is amazing. Yeah, I should just go to marijuana drinks. They're really good, and they get you high very quickly, like smoking does, which is awesome.
Cool.
Because my issue with traditional edibles is it takes like 2 hours to feel anything, and by that point, it's such a slow come up, you still feel sober.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, for a brief time, yeah, that's kind
but
of
of course, a lot of the problem is I've jacked up my tolerance from smoking heavy amounts of weed for a long time, so if I went on a tolerance break for like a month, I'd probably appreciate a normal dose of edibles a lot more. Now, if I do one of those, I wouldn't feel anything.
Yeah, that's fair. But wait, how was your cream soda that you had a few days ago?
That was good.
Nice.
I just wish the drinks were cheaper. Flour is like cheap as hell right now.
Nice. Back live. Oh, you're riding a carpet through like weird shit.
Yeah, they had to recreate that iconic scene from the movies, which is also in all of the games.
Oh yeah,
honestly,
that's right. I
the
know it was
Sega
in,
Genesis,
like, the
game did it better.
Yeah, but apparently it had very punishing like mechanics, that level. It's so strange. Why were all the Disney Genesis games strangely challenging?
That's a really good question. They were like fucking impossible. I remember the Lion King game. Wonderful game. It was really cool because you like actually grew up to Simba and he had like a different skill set and everything. But without fucking game sharking it, so you had infinite health or anything, it was just about impossible.
Exactly.
Also, I don't know if you noticed this. I haven't done a ton of commentary on the game, but this is just killing me. Aladdin and the genie were like, I'd love to go with you to another world. And then Sora and Donald and Goofy just were like, oh, well, lots of stuttering. We can't because we would be times 50 meddling. And it's like, where did this come from? Says fucking who?
It's weird.
Like, you just made that shit up.
I agree, it's so stupid.
Hello, you still have one wish left. Look.
But apparently a lot of people saw, like, apparently for a lot of people, like, the most impressive thing about that game wasn't even necessarily the gameplay. It was that clip at the beginning where you start a new game and then you see Timon say it starts.
It starts. Yes, I remember that. Dude, I love that game. It had amazing, very bright pixel art. Like, it was high-ass quality pixel art. Some of the best I've ever seen.
Oh, absolutely! It looks gorgeous, and the funniest thing is that I think it was actually these sprites were actually animated by like bona fide animators. It was the funniest thing, and I don't know. Maybe it was the partnership with Virgin because this was before Disney really had an in-store video game. Label. So
yeah, actually,
you're right.
Now that we bring all of that up, when was the last time a Disney game has, one, been good, two, been popular? I'll accept either of those metrics. Doesn't have to be both. It's been a long time. I feel like Kingdom Hearts, which isn't... I mean, I think obviously they have to be related with it with Square Enix, right? But Square Enix obviously made this entire game. I don't see, like, a whole lot of Disney's creative influence in it. aside from them taking
Exactly,
their works.
like-
So
Exactly.
I
This
think
is not a Disney interactive game.
excluding this game series, when was the last good Disney game? I swear to God, it was on the Genesis.
Probably.
Hey, I did my part. I brought the princess, didn't I?
It's really, you know what? I am actually.
You know,
Oh
it's
my
weird.
God,
This makes me realize Disney does not really like go into video gaming much. Like they could make that a part
No,
of
they
their whole
don't.
rigmarole, and they have not at all.
Exactly. Like it feels weird that they have like a Disney interactive and they like have done nothing with it.
Right, and they have all of this high quality 3D art that they do in their movies. You would think that would lend itself very easily to, well, why don't we go into, you know, 3D game design? No, it has not.
Exactly. The weirdest fucking thing.
It is strange.
Kyrie,
Go to her.
Like I'll never understand
Your vessel is
Disney.
waiting.
I'll never understand some of their practices. It's so weird.
Just remember, this is no pleasure cruise.
Shit, am I going to Peter Pan Land next? No, that's like one of the last ones, because you get the ability to fly there.
what's the catch?
How the hell are they gonna fucking recreate Peter Pan?
You're like a
It's really funny
like a
because they
really-
don't really. You're just on a ship. There's really not much of a plot, and then you are suddenly in. I forget what the excuse is, but you can suddenly go to like Big Ben and fly around Big
Really?
Ben. That's it. That was Peter Pan in the eyes of Kingdom Hearts.
That's really sad. Like I think there could be a lot to like having
Like,
a
honestly,
level,
you could
like,
even
have
argue-
different realms.
You could even argue the Big Ben scene is more iconic of the Great Mouse Detective. Like they never interacted with
Yeah.
it in the movie. They just flew past it really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, they step briefly on like the clock hands in the movie, but that's really it. It's not like Big Ben was a defining symbol in that
It was
movie.
not. No, it was for the Great Mouse Detective though, because that's where the climax takes place.
Exactly.
Dude, I
Like-
would love a Great Mouse Detective world. I would love that.
Yeah, but you know, it was a little middle child, so it doesn't count anymore.
Is that really what people are saying
That's
about
Disney.
it?
Well, it's probably what Disney thinks about it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And also, what's really sad is
Oh shoot, I didn't want to go over
Black
that.
Cauldron. I think deserves more love than it gets.
Yes! Oh my god, nobody remembers the Black Cauldron. And it was universally panned because it had this really frightening... I think somebody dies in it or something, and people were like, oh, that is too frightening for kids. And it's like... Yeah, and I bet you watched your kid watch The Rise of Chucky the very next weekend.
Well, it was Disney's first PG-rated movie, and that was in '85, and PG meant a lot back then. And I think some people just saw Gurgi as, like, there's a character called Gurgi that follows, like, the main character around, and he's, like, a weird little creature with an annoying voice, and a lot of people didn't
Dave,
like
put a
him,
pin in
but-
that. We have to keep talking about that. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just have to point out how hysterical it is. They finally put one guy in the Agrabah market.
Oh, okay. Oh, now it's just way too crowded.
There's one guy. Now, like I said, Dave, it was filled to saturation. Couldn't handle one more person.
Yeah.
But they
Somehow
added
they
him.
fit it in there.
The whole, the entirety of reality, like the atomic structure is about to collapse.
Yes.
The fuck was that about? I didn't even notice that. I am not going to go investigate what that lock just opened. But yeah, what were you saying, Dave? I'm so sorry that I interrupted you to make that dumb joke.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So I think the character Gurgi kind of got on a lot of people's nerves. Like, a lot of people thought he was annoying, and to be fair, he kind of was.
Yeah, but the thing
but-
about Gurgi is he wasn't more annoying than the typical comic relief character. Because let's be
Oh, for
honest, they
sure.
always suck. Like, they're intended
Oh, yeah,
to
they
make
were
you
back
laugh.
then, yeah.
And they very rarely ever do. They just end up distracting from the plot and, like, breaking your immersion.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. And I think, yeah, you're totally right. It is, like, not really... That's not really terrible compared to some of the other stuff we've seen in other movies. Even live action movies, like there's some terrible comic relief in those movies too. So it's kind of like Gurgi Yak is like a little strange and annoying, but it's like it comes with the territory of like an animated film in the 80s. Like that's just how the land is. That's the territory.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I completely agree. Like, let's take the Hunchback of Notre Dame for instance. They had those stupid fucking gargoyles. Nobody liked the gargoyles. Who were they for? Nobody. They were there to piss you off.
Yeah, that's very funny. And it's so strange, like, that, okay, so that's, like, the one thing that I take issue with in Notre Dame, like, the only, like,
Is the
major
gargoyles,
thing.
and it, like, keeps
Well, the gargoyles,
implying
but-
to the viewer, and I'm pretty sure it's canonical, that they're not even real. They're just things he's talking to and hallucinating as being people.
Yeah, and then that illusion is just broken when you actually see the gargoyles throwing shit at the soldiers in the climax. Like,
which is also
they were
weird.
there the whole
It's
time.
like,
What the fuck?
I'm like, is this a Toy Story thing where they are only comfortable being alive when Andy's not looking? Like, what the fuck is happening with this? It's not internally consistent, and it really bothered me, even as a kid.
Yeah, it's really hilarious.
Because I remember the very first time they show that the gargoyles aren't really alive. I think, like, not Quasimodo, Frollo comes in or something, and then it just shows them as normal statues. I remember as a kid seeing it in theaters being fucking pissed. I was like, why would you do this to me? They're not even real characters. Why did you voice act them?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been excellent symbolism, but, you know...
Yeah,
they
there
blew
could have
that-
been
they blew that
something really
fucking-
cool, like, oh, Quasimodo's so disturbed that he hallucinates his friends, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, if you want to use that trope, what you would have had to have done is have it mean something. Like, there should have been a moment in the movie or something where he's like, wow, I'm really friends with Esmeralda and whatever, the other guy, Phoebe or whatever his name was. And then he looks back and he has, like, a moment where he says goodbye, and then, like, they're no longer alive anymore, and he just, like, smiles or something, because he doesn't need them anymore. You would have to put something... Oh, hey, Danny. You'd have to put something like that in it for it to make any sense.
Exactly, like, it's so strange that they didn't really go for that. I just don't understand that decision. It's so strange that they didn't
I
go
don't
all the way
either.
through. Like, they imply that they're inanimate for most of the movie,
And
so...
then
I don't
randomly at
know.
the very end, they're not inanimate anymore. So what the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly,
What are
that's
you
the point.
talking
It
about?
kind of makes
We're
those,
talking
all
about
those
the
scenes...
Hunchback of Notre Dame and his stupid 3 gargoyle friends that may or may not be real characters.
Haven't seen that in 30 years, 25 years. So.
Well, Elena and I earlier, we were talking about how much we both love that movie, but now we're talking about, like, the one big issue we have with it.
Interesting.
Like, I think that summarizes it accurately, don't you think, Elena?
It does.
So me and my
It's like
sister
we
were.
have the same thoughts on the movie. It's honestly kind of eerie.
I'm glad
So
you
me
do,
and my
though. But
sister
how are you
were
and
at
your
the
sister?
show.
Me too.
We're at the show yesterday.
How was that?
It was outstanding.
Yeah, I was so jealous of you guys. That looked like it was going to be a killer time.
It
Yeah,
sure
it looked
was.
pretty cool.
If the show is ever in Ohio or anywhere near you, or you need to go.
Dude, I really do. Like, I haven't seen live music in years. I think the last concert I went to was Nightwish during my undergrad. That's more than 10 years
I
ago
don't
now.
even know. I don't even know who they are.
They're a Finnish metal band. Symphonic
Oh, right.
metal.
Nice.
They're very
Oh,
good,
yes.
though. I still listen to them.
I should listen to them too, I
I'll
think.
have to make a note of that in my brain. Is that one word or 2 words? So, you know, a lot of these groups
Oh,
like
Nightwish.
to be,
You know, I think it's just one word.
a lot of these groups like to be hip.
Yeah, and be very
do a
particular.
compound word.
Yeah, it's one word.
Make up
Nightwish.
their own compound word.
Oh, cool. They've been active pretty consistently since '96. That's nice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're very prolific. They, I
That's
think,
so
have
awesome.
a love of Finnish death metal.
This should be awesome. I should listen to
Someone-
this.
Someone I went to college with mentioned about Finnish folk metal.
Oh, that sounds cool. I wonder if that might be an
does.
example of that. I'd love to listen to some of
Maybe
it,
it is.
though.
And that was years ago, and I never looked it up. But you've sort of given me a boost in that direction, and maybe I'll make an overdue search.
You should.
What are you guys doing? Where are we?
My vape
Oh my
died.
God,
It's very sad.
Whoa.
Yeah, it is that.
You will love
I think that big old
the
whale
show
monstro just
if you ever get around to it.
That's the kind of thing that might come to the Toledo Zoo has an opera hall, and I think there's an actual Toledo Opera Hall as well. It might be the kind of thing that would come to one of the theaters there.
Maybe. I mean, Elton John came to Syracuse during my senior year of
Elton
college.
John
So.
came to the Toledo Zoo, and I didn't get to see him. I was so pissed.
That's really funny that he played at the zoo. That's really funny.
I know. Whenever people that are famous come to Toledo, it's the Toledo fucking zoo. They have this like random auditorium near the entrance to the zoo, and that's just where everyone goes.
Yeah, that's really cool, though. That's an interesting venue.
Also, sidebar, this Monstro level I think is one of my favorite levels in the whole game. It's just so creative.
Oh, it does look creative.
It gets
Like
even
the
more
belly of-
creative than this. You won't believe what his
You get to see
insides look
Pinocchio?
like. Yep, they're all here. And here's Geppetto looking for
Yay.
his real boy. Well, not real boy yet.
His real boy.
His about to be real boy.
I just love how all the adults in that movie just seem so suspect. Like all the adults except Jiminy.
I know. And then Geppetto, like, is technically a nice person, but he's also a dumbass because he's like, wow, my 2-day-old son, he's gonna go to school now, no directions, no further, like, instruction as to what a school even is. Just gonna send him off, and then he gets trafficked, like, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, it's just like, it feels like this could have just been prevented, like, totally.
Right, it's like Geppetto should have thought about that. It's like, you understand kids are like 5 years old when they start going to school, right?
I put a link to the Happy Together tour.
Oh, awesome. Did you see anything near Ohio? I don't know if you checked.
I saw I saw some Ohio dates.
Oh, sweet.
There's one in Northfield, Ohio in August.
Northfield? How far is that?
Shoot, I don't know where Northfield is. That might not
take a look.
necessarily be far away if it's like a
And
small
Lima
suburb of something.
And
Northfield.
Oh,
it's
Lima. I know
like,
where Lima is. That's about an hour from me.
That's August 15th.
It's like, okay, it's weird. So you like drive to Cleveland and then you
Oh,
drive further south.
Northfield is about 90 minutes from me.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
pretty
Go for
far.
it.
Yeah, Ohio
like
has
a
about a
drive-
4-hour driving distance from one corner to the very, like, farthest opposite corner. I've, like, literally never even been to most of eastern Ohio. It's mostly the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
So it's actually
need to
very
go.
rural. Like, I say I live in the
Elena.
middle. Yeah?
Elena, you need to get a ticket. And you need to go.
How much are the tickets?
Depends on the depends on the area of the country.
Ha, that's funny. Hopefully the Ohio ones are the cheaper ones. They should be.
I'll let you know right now. With
I'm looking at Lima,
North-
I think. Tickets start at $56.
Oh my god, that's something I can afford. Wow. Oh, also, now we're in the part of Monstro that I find even more impressive. Because I do like the beginning part with the stacks of wood and everything, but it gets even cooler here.
what was it? The
Pinocchio,
other
stop fooling
venue
around.
in
It's no time for games.
was it August 8th?
Northfield is further away. I'll look at that later.
$85.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it sounds like Lima's gonna be the winner. Lima's only about an hour from where I live.
Play them now that you have
This
them.
Northfield's about 90 minutes, which isn't bad. I mean, that, like you said, that's Cleveland distance.
Just playing with Pinocchio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
That's like Chicago to Milwaukee distance, actually.
I never knew they were
Do it.
so close.
Catch
Yeah,
us.
like you drive
Maybe
north
I'll
on
tell you what I know.
north from Chicago on like I-94, I think it is. It's like 90 minutes to Milwaukee.
Huh. Yeah, I'm about 90 minutes away from Ann Arbor as well, which is probably one of my favorite cities in the whole world.
It is a nice
And-
city. It's
and
an
the good
S tier. It's an S tier college town. Very S tier
It
college town.
100% is.
So
It just looks so cool.
you need to go, and if you enjoy it, which I know you will, it's going to be a repeat. It's going to become an annual thing.
Oh, that's
Count on it.
awesome. I'm happy to hear that. So yeah, $56 to experience live rock and roll oldies sounds really good.
Hold on, I'm checking something.
Where we went, Westbury, every seat in the house is a front row seat.
Nice.
It's a nice, intimate setting.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Oh, shit.
Because, yeah, I'm not super into, like, massive crowds. Yeah, I figured if they're going to Lima, this can't be, like, a huge 500,000 people are going to attend kind of event.
Oh, no.
Well, here's something. For $59, for $59 on August 13th, there are tickets available to a showing in Detroit. Detroit could be an option for you.
Detroit is also an option. How much did you say it was in Detroit?
59.
Oh, wow. That's so funny. Yeah, Detroit's also reasonable. That's only an hour away from me.
Yeah. Man,
You need
I
to
just
go.
love that area. I love that.
I order you to get a ticket and go. You will love it.
I'm gonna see what it has. Apparently they're playing in Champaign, which is funny.
When the cow sills come on, they're the first act.
Aurora.
That is
Like in Aurora.
The mood is just set.
That's like the closest venue that they're gonna be playing towards me. To me is Aurora. That's pretty far out from Chicago.
That's really surprising.
The Paramount Theater in Aurora. I'm not seeing anything in Chicago or in the immediate inner suburbs.
Like, they
It's so
came to
funny.
Detroit, but not Chicago. That is hysterical.
Yeah, it's really funny.
That is just.
You're playing Champaign. That's like University of Illinois. They're playing Milwaukee.
Milwaukee isn't in Illinois, right? It's like the next state over.
No, it's in Wisconsin.
That's what
it's
I thought.
Wisconsin.
Isn't it? Is it there? No, theirs is Madison, their capital.
Yes, Madison, Wisconsin. You're right. Madison's a nice city. It's small, but it's cool there. It's not Ann Arbor, but it has a culture there.
But it's
Madison
something.
does. Yeah, it's something. It does have a culture independent of University of Wisconsin, though, because it is also the capital city, whereas Ann Arbor really is kind of just a college town, but it's also really fucking good at being a college town.
Yes, it's like you said, S-tier college town.
Absolutely. I love Ann Arbor.
I do too. It's really fun, like around the different festivals. Like in Theofest is always a rager.
Theofest?
Entheofest.
Entheofest? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's their psychedelics festival since they legalized psychedelics up there. So it's just like tons and tons of hippies.
Oh yeah, that sounds
music.
awesome.
Tons
Local
of music.
music.
You can find a lot of like rock and roll oldies impersonator bands.
Trippy bands.
Yes, exactly. So there's a lot of trippy live music just playing everywhere you go. And basically
Oh, great.
everyone is just socializing and talking.
And
Really
getting,
cool.
and taking their edibles.
Yes, lots of
And there's-
edibles.
Oh yeah.
Tons of magic mushrooms.
That
Legal
sounds- that
too,
sounds
which
amazing. I
is
need
the
to do
very
that.
exciting thing about it.
I need to fucking do that.
I highly recommend it. Ann Arbor is a really good place for that. It's very progressive on psychedelic medicine.
That's amazing.
Progressive. Wonder if they're progressive on rock and roll. Prog rock.
Prog rock. I need to
That's-
listen to more of it. The
that's
stuff
the
I've
only
heard is
progressive.
good,
That's
but
the only progressive I subscribe to. Prog rock.
reasonable.
Yes.
Very funny.
Also, I'm already lost. I feel like I'm supposed to pick up this box and then stand on it to jump up here, but it's not toggling the option to interact with it.
Oh,
In fact, I can't even destroy it.
it's really weird.
The box.
Can I bring this with me in here? No.
You know what that reminds me of in The Simpsons?
What?
Don't like Napa, We have a place for babies like you, the box.
That's,
You know what
that's
I'm...
Yes. God. So lame. God damn you, Goofy.
God, Goofy's just the weird. He's the weirdest fucking character of all time.
Well, at least this... I only needed one of them to get up here, so that's not too bad. You know, the weird thing about this, though, is these are the Jack-o'-lantern Heartless from Jack Skellington's Nightmare Before Christmas world.
That is so strange.
I don't know why they chose them to just, like, copy them over to this world. It thematically does not make a whole lot of sense.
I don't know, it's just laziness, I think.
I think so.
That's just sad.
Honestly, I've tried to make a game before. I should not criticize them. I can understand why you would want to copy and paste a lot of stuff that doesn't matter.
I mean, sure. That's true. That's fair.
I really hope that Goofy kills this guy soon so I can open the box. You can't open chests and stuff if you're in combat.
I don't know. I don't know if you can rely on Goofy.
I don't think I can. This is like a very weak, low-level enemy, and I'm going to have to do this all myself.
I mean, he's Goofy. He's not. I don't think he's a particular master at combat.
No, he's not. He's a master at sucking in combat.
Yes.
Goofy is in hell for being a terrorist lover.
True.
That's just a Family Guy sketch. That's a really interesting sketch.
That's what I get for supporting Israel?
No thanks.
Boom.
Now we're into the higher numbered chambers, so we're getting close to the boss fight.
Nice. I can't wait to see this boss fight.
It's pretty
Boss
cool.
fights.
This is one of my favorite ones in the game.
Nice.
All in all, I'm a big fan of this world. I should draw some fan art of it. It inspires me.
That'd be really cool.
You know, I was thinking the other day about me as an artist, and it's like, while other people are drawing these really inspirational pictures of, like, real people and horses and boats on the bay, I'm drawing Sora inside Monstro! High fucking
That is so
art!
funny. That'd be amazing. It really would be amazing. I think you can do a really good job with that.
I mean, I think I'll definitely enjoy it. Will it do something higher? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's as influential as a boat on the bay when you really think about it and deconstruct it.
Yeah. That's really cool, actually, though. That'd be really cool just to do it, you know?
I think I will. Also, I'm pissed. I can't go anywhere from this entrance. Useless. Oh, I should check to see if I have any abilities. Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Air combo, MP haste. That's probably a good one to have on principle. Cool. You want to know what I like the most about this level?
What do you like the most about this level?
There's no fake companion that they tried to guilt trip me into taking around with me.
Nice. That's really nice. That's always nice.
So where am I going then? What else is here? I might have to go back to where Geppetto is and have a look around. I bet there's some, like, cutscene or something that will trigger if I do
Maybe.
that.
That might be the case, actually.
You know
sure
how
they
they
want
love to do that shit. Wait, where am I
Yeah, they
right
do.
now?
I can't believe it's still like only 9 o'clock where I am. It's so weird.
Oh, which means it's only 10 o'clock here. I was just wondering what
Yeah.
time it is. I need to make some, something to eat. I just don't know what to eat.
Yeah, same. Like, I don't know what to eat this one. It's so weird.
Okay, so there's that, there's that. Ugh. These don't really go anywhere interesting, though.
Yeah, they really don't.
So that means
not enough.
I'm just going to have to go back to where Geppetto is, and probably something will trigger, and then somebody will, like, bend over and widen their asshole, and it'll be the next entrance I have to go in, and it'll be the one I need.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I put a video of last year's Happy Together tour in the chat for this. It was the show that we were at last year.
Sweet.
Give you an idea of what
Nice.
you would expect. So it's a different lineup, but the vibe is the same.
Right. That's pretty cool. I'll check it out. Yeah, I definitely need more music festivals in my life.
This is G-rated. It's having a good time. There's no sex. There's no gratuity. There's no horrific. There's none of that. It's just straightforward fun.
My sister would love something like that in particular. Ah, I see. I see how it is.
No,
There's
you-
another entrance up here.
Is your sister still? You should, yeah, the two of you should go.
Yeah, she would love something like that, actually. And so
Yeah.
would my mom, because my mom loves oldies since, well, you know, she's older, so she's the actual generation that was aimed
Yeah,
at.
it could be.
And my parents, too.
It could be, if nothing else, like a bonding experience.
Yeah, and it's not too expensive. I think it would
You
be
need
fun.
to bring it. You need to bring it up, and you need to make that a reality.
Yeah, you should.
I'm trying to
That'd be
figure
really
out
nice, I think.
how to finagle this whole thing.
Yeah, that's complicated. I think you can get it done.
Is there a barrel over here? I sometimes feel like this might be something I'll have to come back and do later, because you get like these more extreme jumps in some of the other levels. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering, is this one of those things where I don't have the correct jump?
I don't know, man. This I don't know. This shit seems just kind of like
Arbitrary?
counterintuitive. Arbitrary and counterintuitive.
That
Yeah, I'm gonna
explains
head-
this game very well.
I'm gonna head out for now. I
Alright,
might return.
All right, see you, Danny.
I'll catch you later,
All right.
Danny.
Okie doke.
That was nice.
That was nice. I like it when Danny comes by.
Yeah.
Let's check out this other world. I think it's Jack Skellington's world. Oh, that's right. There's another one on the other side of this.
That's funny.
We'll just look at that then, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a large possibility I could have done the whole thing then and there with my current skills, but there's a slight possibility it's looking for me to get the double jump ability in one of the next worlds.
Yeah. Or Sky Chase.
Yes, more Sky Chase, infinite Sky Chase. That's basically,
Yes.
You know what? I really just think that Square Enix should release their own gummy ship game. Just go whole hog.
Yeah.
We know they want to. Be honest that it
Yeah.
is not Kingdom Hearts. This is just some separate other game they're forcing me to play.
Yeah.
God,
It's
and
just-
yeah,
it's like
them
they wanted-
fleshing it out and making it harder in the third game, wrong direction, Square Enix. Flesh it out so much it disappears into a separate game.
Yeah.
Don't just make it harder and more decked out and take up more time. Thank you.
Exactly. This kind of feels like the developers were forced to make a Disney fantasy game, but all along, deep down, they just wanted to
They
make
just
a
wanted to
shmup.
make a gummy ship game. That was the prototype they
Yeah.
had. They were like, oh,
Yeah.
Nintendo, look what we have. And they're like, oh, well, that's not what we thought you were going to be working on. You're going to have to shelf that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably how this game came to be.
And Square Enix is like, I'll show you. I'm gonna get my gummy ship game somehow.
Exactly. Man,
By the way, Dave, you know how we've mostly been talking, and that's been like probably better commentary than commenting on the game itself?
Yeah?
Okay,
What?
this part is so fucking hysterical and terrible that we should probably
Oh my
comment
God,
on
yeah.
it.
Oh my god, this is so strange. I've seen clips of this, actually. Goofy's a fucking turtle and Donald's an octopus. What is this? What is
Like
this?
we can
What's
still
wrong?
talk, but I just wanted to warn you, Dave, this level is fucking ridiculous.
I mean, it's Little Mermaid. It kind of has to be ridiculous.
It gets even worse in the second game, because in the second game, they remove the pretense that you're going to be doing underwater combat and gaming, and they just make you do this, like, Guitar Hero style singing.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
It's
That's kind of a
so
weird
bad.
idea.
It's the worst, I think. It's even worse than the gummy ships somehow, which is incredible.
It's so funny. It's so funny. I love that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Little Mermaid's always been kind of ridiculous. Like, I think the Genesis game is like is kind of like a 2D platforming shmup in a way, actually.
Yes, I completely agree. Oh look, they're
That's
teaching
a
me.
really strange game, and you can apparently play as King Triton in that game too, which is a very strange idea.
Oh, the Genesis game?
Yeah.
Dude, I have that game. I never beat it. It's like an enigma. You are right. You can play as Trident, and it's fucking crazy.
It is. I'm glad you know about that
I'm glad
game.
you know about that game. Nobody knows about that fucking game. Yes, I was actually just thinking about it the other day. For some reason, I have a wire crossed in my brain, so anytime I think about the Dot Hack games, which apparently they're making like a new one, which is very exciting, and it's about Kite, which he's my favorite protagonist. But
Nice.
anyway, so anytime I think about those games, I also think about the Little Mermaid game, even though I probably hadn't played it in like 5 years by the time that I played the Dot Hack games as a teenager.
It's really funny.
So yeah, I was thinking like, oh my god, I almost want to like emulate it, like go through the whole song and dance of finding it again. Or fuck, I could just set up my Sega Genesis. I still have it.
Yeah, you should totally do that. That'd be the most interesting gameplay of all time. It's just it has such unique gameplay, honestly.
Where the fuck
And I
did
like the
Flounder
sound.
go, by the way? He's being a real asshole right now.
He's just a pussy, he's a coward.
I'm so used to using my MetaQuest. Oh, there's that asshole. Look at his soulless gaze.
Yeah.
He's got the face of like a 50-year-old man. No, like
He
like
does.
almost the exact same facial structure and wrinkles of Danny DeVito.
He reminds me of a cross between Danny DeVito and like Curly from the Three Stooges.
Yes, he totally does.
Sebastian!
The weirdest thing.
I love this game series. It probably is my favorite game series of all time, but I have to admit that the earliest games are kind of ridiculous and don't fully get away with it in some aspects.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they exist. I mean, if you contextualize it with the other games that were out at this time, it does stand to those at least.
Yeah. Oh, and I think in a later game, they actually do the Little Mermaid, like, storyline in one of the later games.
You know, it's
Like, you
so
actually
funny.
have to-
I've played the third one, which is the most recent one, and I can't remember if it was in that or not. I need to replay that. I also got the DLC, which added, like, I think a couple hours of gameplay to it, so that'll be cool.
Nice. Yeah, this is just the funniest thing. Like, I think in terms of Flounder, I think it's like it's like a design that doesn't really translate well into 3D. Like,
I agree.
There's just some design that really only work in 2D. So.
Well, I mean, look at them. They gave them such caricaturish faces in the animated, movie. That it's
Yeah.
like, this is especially early 3D animation, so on top of that, 3D isn't great for that style, and then having it be early 3D is like fatal, just terminal.
Yeah. Yeah, really, they look like demon-possessed dolls or whatever.
They look like demon-possessed Danny DeVito's. Like
Yeah.
an old man sat down and modeled for their faces.
Yeah. I would watch the hell out of that movie.
I would too. Flounder is voiced by
Okay.
Danny DeVito. Flounder comes in.
Yeah.
Where's my fucking whores?
That's very funny. That is very funny. I love that. That is amazing.
Who does Sebastian look like? I feel like he has a very distinct old man face in this game, but I can't quite place it.
He does, and what pisses me off about this game, or at least that one storyline with the Little Mermaid in one of the other games, is that for some reason, even though like Kenneth Mars, that old actor, he reprises his role as Triton, but for some reason Sebastian is not voiced by Samuel E. Wright, which I think is total bullshit.
It is bullshit.
That's so strange. If you can get Kenneth Mars, you should be able to get Samuel E. Wright.
Right, you would think, right?
Yeah. Really just strange. I have no idea why that happens.
You know, speaking of things that I don't have any idea of, I should probably just skip a lot of the combat in this level because it's so thankless. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
generally
seems-
have observed when you play Kingdom Hearts games that if you simply just fight the enemies that spawn as you naturally explore and progress with the game, you'll end up at the correct level, whereas if you skip stuff, you might be slightly underleveled.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree
But it's like,
entirely.
this level really challenges me on that policy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting, this whole level. This whole concept really is just pretty preposterous.
I forgot that there's stuff in these. You know, you want to know what this level reminds me of, speaking of when I mentioned crossed wires earlier?
What is it?
So, when I was a kid, and to this day I can't remember, I don't believe that my friend had Kingdom Hearts, so I couldn't have been playing it at her house. I think what it is I've merged two different hanging outs, like once when she's at my house and once when I was at hers. But I just very vividly remember Courtney, my friend when I was 12, and we used to hang out and we were little buddies, and then all of a sudden I just like forgot about her and she just like stopped existing in my life. Like literally nothing happened.
Yeah, it's really interesting. That's happened to me, so.
But I always remember going over to her house, which was like next to this large pond. Kind of
Yeah,
like
that's
right by
similar.
Lake Erie. I mean, it's not a very exciting story, but it's like it's one of those things, those cyclical memories that I get over and over again, because I guess they're like associatively linked to certain things or whatever. I feel like I reflect on the like 3 times Courtney and I hung out at each other's houses just automatically so much, and like it was such an insignificant note. I mean, you know, she was alright, it was alright, but it was like such an insignificant note in my fucking life, but I like internally return to it so often. It is weird.
That is weird, but it's also kind of very interesting.
I don't know, do you have those?
I'd have to think. I think sometimes I think back to certain moments in my past every so often. I don't know, but I need to think about that a second.
So it's actually interesting that we're having this conversation, and maybe you'll be in a good position to answer this. And for all I know, Dave, you could have some degree of plurality that you didn't know about. I mean, I don't have any particular reason to think that, but it has happened to me in the past where I talked about plurality with someone only for them to eventually discover they were plural. But, so I have noticed that those little cyclical memories I was talking about tend to correlate with very particular alters being active, to the extent where it's like, it's not like I wouldn't say that I've necessarily always switched anytime one pops up, but there is such a like associative relationship with it. So I was wondering if people without DID experience it, if it's the same, like, sort of experience, or if it's, like, different, or what.
I don't know, it's just like a standard view of the past for me. Like, I don't think I have plurality at all. Like, I have no reason to believe that.
Right, you're a very remarkably consistent Dave.
I try to be consistent.
I cannot for the life of me... Oh, hitting it won't open. Why not magic? God damn it. I was wondering about that. Well, that was a bust. Magic also didn't work.
Yeah.
So much bullshit in this arbitrary game.
It sounds very arbitrary.
It was so arbitrary. Interesting.
We should have just named the game Arbitrary.
The Arbitrary Adventures of Sora.
Yes.
Alright, I'm officially skipping all of the combat.
Okay.
Okay, let's try to go down here, because I think this takes me to where Trident lives, which I think is where it wants me to go, or something.
Yeah.
Unlike in the hit Sega Genesis game that literally everybody ever played, you cannot play as him in this. He's not the... That'd be so based if he was the, like, character they gave me as the gimmick character for this level. It's just ripped ass, buff fucking King Trident.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, like, it's... Everyone knows that the Sega Genesis included a playable King Triton in their Little Mermaid game. That's just common knowledge.
Everybody knows because everybody played that game. Like, if you come across somebody who says that they haven't played the game, they're just lying to you. You shouldn't talk to them anymore because who wants to be friends with a liar?
Exactly. That's exactly correct. Right.
I just love taking hard stands on completely inconsequential things. I get, like, a recreational joy out of it.
I do too. Really fun, actually.
I don't think I have the magic. So this guy is really dramatic. I don't know if you've got to the point where you can see the mushroom, but he wants you to hit him with a series of 3 elemental magic attacks based on what he's miming. And he's just obnoxious and I hate him, but he's the only way you can get certain items in this game.
Pretty interesting.
Moving the rock. So worried it was gonna make me do some bullshit to get into here. I'm surprised he was able to move that.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
Is there some purpose to this area? Shit's not happening. They've carefully hidden some chests, which they have deep-toned the color palette on.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes.
Oh, it's the fucking grotto. That's so funny.
Oh, did you just get to it?
Yeah, I'm here.
Damn,
I've been here for a while.
I think the delay's getting worse over time.
I don't know. I think I might have actually been in the grotto for a while.
Oh, okay.
So.
That's more reassuring.
Yeah.
I feel like Ariel was supposed to show up, though. Oh, Triton's Palace. I found it. I found
Ariel,
it.
yeah.
See, they have all of these stupid fucking Tritons because, ha ha ha, it's King Triton, so you're just supposed to, like, assume that this is an explicit road sign that makes sense.
Exactly. It's not really the most interesting thing. Evil demon fish that were not
with little propellers behind them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slowly hovering towards us.
Too close.
Like, the funniest fucking thing about The Little Mermaid is that it actually, like a lot of Disney movies, it got like a TV show that adapted from it. But for some reason, it was like the most successful show of its kind.
Okay, this is really funny. The Little Mermaid and the Aladdin shows were both very successful and weirdly well done.
Oh yeah, like honestly, there are some episodes from the third season of the Little Mermaid the cartoon that are actually kind of preposterous to the point where I just really kind of love them.
Same. And it was the same with the Aladdin ones. I saw the Little Mermaid ones too, but I remember the Aladdin ones more. He went on some fucking wild ass adventures in the cartoon, and it was like really good. Honestly, I might rather watch the cartoon than the movie.
Maybe. But I think my favorite episode of, at least the campiest and most fun episode of the Little Mermaid TV show is like this one episode where Ariel persuades her dad to go on a family vacation to like the North Pole because she wants to find the dinosaurs that are buried there.
I remember that. That was fucking crazy.
And then guess what? She's like, oh, well, they're all frozen. I need to steal my dad's fucking trident. And so she does. And
that was like the plot of half
she,
of the episodes. She would not leave his fucking trident alone.
Exactly. And the weirdest thing is that she's like, oh, I think they're good on the inside. And then she like unfreezes the dinosaurs and they all start fighting and killing each other. And then they knock the trident away and then they go after Ariel and Flounder. And then the dinosaurs, it turns out, are semi-aquatic because they can just wreak havoc underwater for no fucking reason. Like these are T-Rexes. These are not like semi-aquatic dinosaurs. These are fucking land dwellers. But now you've got them just breathing underwater and shit like they're fucking Godzilla or whatever. It's so weird. It's like that's such a preposterous fucking episode. But you know what? It's the kind of craziness I respect. You know, it's Sonic Underground craziness.
Exactly. And much like every fucking episode in that show, it would end with her giving the trident back, and King Trident would be like, so you're not going to take it again, right? And she'll be like, well, I really needed it this time, but, you know, I won't take it next time.
Yeah, that's really
Every
funny.
time. She always tries to pull this bullshit, like, but I thought I really needed it. It's like, you never fucking need it, Ariel.
Yeah, that's really funny. That's true. That's very true. That was the TV show, but you know what? The TV show had creativity, so, you know, it was acceptable.
It did, and it got away with it. Oh, by the way, I think I'm going to stop streaming for a bit, because we've been doing this for hours. This has been a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, 3 hours. This has been very fun.
It's probably one of the longest streams